Yeah, we're at the point where it's like, hey, Dorkwad, you are at the final dungeon. You can't do jack nothing else. You good with that or what? Question mark. So we'll have to, we'll probably finish up in like, I don't know, the next 2 to 3 hours, unless the fight's really annoying or the dungeon's super annoying for some reason. I'll check everyone's stuff, make sure everyone is fully kitted out just in case. They have like a, you know, 2-party thing or something like that at the end. Everyone's pretty much kitted. The only person who isn't is Adira, who's kitted, but it's enough, is what I'll say. Alright, looks like max level was 55. We'll repair the thing. Oh god. I didn't realize how hard into Iconoclast I went. Wait, what did I get here? Grim Determination. Resource Preservation. What did I even get? Temporary wounds equal their own resolve. That explains that. Master commands. Additional MP. That also explains that. Yep, that also explains that. Yep, that also makes sense. This one I didn't know about. QB. Hey, how's it going, Violent Intentions? Alright, so I think we are all set now. Let me make sure I've got everything I need real quick. Abelard, you'll probably want this, right? 2540. Alright, we can do that. Studies power sword, we don't need that. Does anyone want a one-handed thingy who has a Melta? It's actually better than what he has for his Melta gun. And one-handed thing, okay. Two-handed, that might be good for, what's her bet? Yeah, that's her replacement for, Precise Bolter. Pacification Weber will be... probably no one, actually. I never learned how to get... Oh, Advanced Shield, right. That was the last thing I wanted to add. I knew there was something. Yeah, this one. We'll give him that one, and then Abelard can have the other one. I think? No, no. He has that one for a reason. Heavy Void Suit. Oh, I didn't even know he could take that. Yeah, here, you take that. Can you even wear that? You cannot. I seem to divorce Rock until management sends me home. Gotcha. Oh, dang it. She can't use that. Motherfricker. Okay. What a sadness. Do you want to take this? I think you do. Okay, that'll work. What about you? No, the rest of this is fine for her. Okay, cool. Final group. We'll have to figure it out. Alright. Commence preparation landing party. Ready to face whatever lies in wait. Pick up your relationship. Wait as long as it takes for your retrieval signal, even if every Xenoflate in the world appears to slot us. Alright. I would feel very silly if this is like a 20-minute walk to the boss or something, and then it's over. Oh, okay. That's Abel? Or no, wait, Nomos. Those on the bridge freezes in astonishment, watching the remarkable procession. Officers and forces are glancing at you unquestioningly, but do not interfere unless they're ordered to. Okay, why are you more... I'm a little bit worried. Why do you look like that? Why do you look like Sauron? Not about the amount of time left. I have no idea how much time it'll take. I see. Come to speak with you, Maja. You give us food for consideration by revealing the mystery of our origin. And then to now, we calculated, observed, and sensed. We discovered a great change is coming, a trial. See potential for a great disaster. It's already ripening. The wave that could crash down the chrono expanse and perhaps extend beyond. We are headed for suffering and death. We want to prevent that disaster. We want to help you. We do. Let us help. No ones are not human, but we've learned to see people as more than shells. We want to save them, protect them. What's the coming threat? No one's gonna say. Something changed after you helped us remember our birth on Epitaph. Now we sense the liberation of something vast, which is actually a mere fraction of something limitless. It's seeping through a breach, its shoulders pushing against the walls of the prison they're about to give. That sounds like a chaos god getting free or something. What it is we do not know. Or some kind of giant monster thing. Right, this is the thing about this unknown something that's trying to break free. It's so vast, too vast to measure or explain. So the thing that's been eating the suns. But we know that living souls are the same. They're always much larger than they seem. In no capacity can calculate their potential. This makes us believe that we, Nomos and you, can step beyond the limit of calculations. They will face the unleashing horror without faltering. Alright, what do you wish to do? Wait until the unknown threat appears before you, then face it. We do not know where or when it will happen. We don't know what we will face. But we know we want to be there with you. Oh. If something required to do it, Nomos are tethered to the shell of the ship. Can we follow you outside using servitors, but they are lacking. Only a modicum of us can enter such a primitive vessel, and our power is likewise limited. We need a vessel, a body. But very few things can house us. This is why we ask you. Negus Asclepius has offered a shell to us. It might do. Indeed I have. I cannot think of a better end to my pilgrimage than the liturgy of synchronization with the Great Spirit. Become invested for the omnisci's favorite child, and step beyond the confines of wretched living existence in the halls of eternal machine song. You would sacrifice yourself, Asclepius? I desire it more than anything. We asked him many times because we did not want to hurt him. Nomos would not have proposed it if the human was against it. I have heard you. Give us freedom and we'll stand with you in your hour of need. Alright, you can take Asclepius's body. Go for it. I want to see where this goes. I kneel before his favored child and humbly offer this gift as a shell. May become a temple to the machine and a vessel for its great spirit. How interesting. Feel restricted, not as much as inside servitors. Some work must be done in the new shell. We leave you for now, but in the hour you stand before a great child, we will return. Okay. Sure. Yep, everyone's ready now. Do we, like, go up and talk to people, I guess? Shell's waiting for landed. We have exact coordinates. We authorize start? Something to say my goodbyes. Okay. Nadja, we've traveled a long road together. Let us finish it together. Honored to have you among my companions. Honored to be your companion, Madra van Valencius. Probably not a future dreamt of, but all ends in victory is what you tend to do next. I've been running for too long, hiding behind others while my home, my family were being torn apart. What could a young, inexperienced girl do to those who are so desperate? The throne of the Navigator of House Arcelia will no longer sit empty, but my only regret is that I shall have to leave your ship, and the darkness between the stars that I've come to love so much. I hope you'll visit me. It's too hot, I can't sleep. Mr. Free was right. I supplied it and get Batman. Yeah. Batman doesn't understand. He didn't know that Mr. Free saw the future. We need global cooling. Set off Krakatoa like twice. Steer yourself, little Cassia. Our battle is nigh. Oh, hi, Nix. One last push, my love. One last trial, and all will be set right. Ready for it? If not, I will be your resolve. Meet your mentor down again there. and I have questions for him. I want to know why I was left in the dark about everything that was happening. Why all the acolytes died on the way here. Well, almost all the Lord Inquisitor's acolytes. Why... Heinrich's exhales sharply and stiffens. I want to hear what he has to say and then make my judgment. Oh, we're blocked by the statue. We're being censored by the Emperor. Alright, we do a little kissy. Sure. I'll be your determination, your courage, and your resolve. I'll be everything you need in this dark hour. When all this is over, what will you do? I feel uneasy just thinking about it, but if Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar falls, someone has to take the rose out of the Order of Xenos, at the very least, until the Inquisition Enclave determines who'll be worthy. Chef awaits. Alright, it's all word. Alright, no, I want to talk to Glyto too. Come with some parting words, Orc-Trader? Now's the time. There may not be another opportunity. Got our paths crossed. Solomon puts his fist in his chest, sticking you straight in the eye, and the road gesture looks unexpectedly heartfelt. It's been an honor to serve in your retinue. It does not matter what lies ahead, isn't that right, Glyto? Not a direct command, the Mako... Oh, the Cyber Master barks his assent. Bark, bark. What do you do if we survive? I mean, just to me the leadership of Adeptus Arbites. Whether I become the next Marshal or not, I'll have to leave your retinue and devote myself entirely to my new post. Hey, Glyto, keep an eye on your appetite, if you die, I promise. Thorn throws back his head and emits a sound whose very existence had doubted. The Proctor laughs. His laughter, unusually sincere and gleeful, rolls across the bridge. Well, you know. As if I'd let Glyto die while I was still alive. Oh, okay. Ready, Solomon? You know I am. Okay. Oh, Cabela. Your every breath and heartbeat are of anticipation of this moment, Nomen Mata. Do not hesitate. Step into the darkness and allow your shield and shadow to walk over you. I'm glad I met you. Such was the design, in the pattern of the bloodstained web. My thread stretched out to yours, to shield you, to serve you. And every night I praise him for the honor of letting me twine around your path. What about what happens afterwards if we survive? A shadow is inseparable of its master. I'll follow you before and guard your thread. We get time to receive an inkling about his future. Have you consulted the tarot? No need for reading. The cards will ask if we're prepared. And that will be the answer to our own question. Whoever waits, it's time we step forward. Everything ends in death. Incendio! You hear at his hand, say the word and wield his wrath. Exiled one once wove our destinies in the glittering tapestry of this world with cold and silver thread shedding. And today the pattern of our lives will either be completed, Jay snaps her middle finger deliberately loudly, or the tapestry will be torn asunder. Personally, I prefer my place my hope in the first option. Are you afraid of what's to come? Battle against the enemy? Pain? Oblivion? Jay smiles and her head and shakes her head. Oh no, Shireen. My only fear is that after these tribulations we'll never be the same again. And I do so enjoy being me. After a pregnant pause, Jay continues their usual playful matter. So what brings you to me, Shireen? No parting words, I hope. Because I despise goodbyes. Feels like they're robbing my future. You want to hear goodbye, after all. You'll want to see you again in the same stars. I want to say I'm glad of your company. Alliance is a miraculous oasis blooming in the fierce desert heat. I'm glad to be your partner. Curious to see what you'll do once this is all over. You mean it's ever over? Gosh, doesn't play evil tricks on us? I don't know, Shireen. Being drunk on unbridled freedom sounds nice. It's so close, I could reach out and grab it like the tail of a comic. And leave Cosbolica mission behind, start things on my own, without having to rely on your good favor. Limitless possibilities, I just have to survive. Oh, who's your favorite Batman villain? From my limited experience? I'm thinking. A lot of Batman that I watched as a kid was like Batman Beyond. And, so there's lots of villains of the week. And some bits here or there. Thank you, Unity. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, the most thematic one is obviously like Joker or whatever, right? But he's a good match, as it were. But I've actually liked the times where Batman has faced off with Lex Luthor in the times that I've seen that happen. I actually think they're pretty good antagonists for each other in various ways. Though Lex Luthor's reason d'etre or whatever is not quite as strong in those instances, I guess. But when they do it well, they do it well. It's more of a crossover, really, when you think about it, but it's like the same-ish universe, I guess. And it does happen sometimes. I also like, what's his butt? When he fights the alternate universe version of himself, the Owl or whatever. I remember liking those. Where he's like a nihilistic killer for some reason. Alright. Get a grip, Jay. We have a hard battle. Rest assured, Shadi, when it comes to being matters of being in oblivion, Jay Adari has the coldest mind and the bravest heart. Alright. Adira. Adira looks up at you with red eyes. Despite the retired look on her face, she smells broadly, either at you or something behind you. Oh god, is she seeing... I think she's seeing the old Lord Captain again. Lord Captain, the little whispers have grown quiet. It's not like they know the long thread we've been following. It's finally its end. It's now or never. Thank you for everything either way. How about it, Adira? One last prediction for the road? You think the little whispers are going to play nice? They haven't been that useful even before. Now they're more likely to mess around than savor bacon. Lord Captain... Wait, they know what bacon is? Lord Captain, your fate is in your hands alone. Let the words of a deranged tiger confuse you. You're not meant to listen to grumbling. Yeah, old Batman's pretty good. I actually like him as a character. Probably the most out of anybody in that show. You know, what do you do when you're not able to do XYZ anymore? And he still manages to, like, keep his determination and his wits and all the things that essentially really made him Batman. Rather than just his, you know, physical fitness and his gadgets or whatever, right? He basically becomes it's almost like he becomes a lead detective. Hi, hello. I'm glad you've been at my side. Thank you, Lord Captain. Can't imagine why you've shown me so much kindness after everything we've been through. And the reason I'm still alive. I know I've been harping all this time on Lady Theodora that. You may never become who she was, but she never could have been who you are either. I'm glad it was you who replaced her. And that life threw me together with you and not with someone else. So there, let's change the subject. What do you think awaits us? No doubts about you, everything's coming up roses. As for me, you know I won't live long, but it'll be a good life. I'll leave behind many tales to tell. Whether remember my name or a mug with something from me. Alright, give her a little hug, make her feel better. Oh! Thanks, guys! I was watching you play some GTA the other night. Word of the day. I think word of the day today will be... You know what? We haven't used this before. We will use... Oh, hi. Hello. Sphere. Because if you haven't watched Cause's stream before, there's like a little orb icon that's made out of streamers or raid or whatever, and it uses the PNG to make a little like swirling ball. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. Pull yourself together, Hatera. Tough battle ahead of us. For an easy battle, who'd bother to tell tales about it? Alright, and finally Ulfar. Oh, did we not get Eblard? I don't think we got Eblard yet. I'm not a priest, of course, and the spirits do not always speak clearly, but I did cast the runes. You have a great challenge ahead of you, Eitvother. Be very careful, and better yet, take me with you. There's no better way to guard your safety. I'm glad the Breadbearer brought our paths together. Something proves we'll not lose, Eitvother. Go to the foulest hole in the universe, where only lowborn and wretched humans crawl. And then cry out, who here believes in Allfather, sisters and brothers? And even there, the world's most rotten pit, you'll hear an answer. And when you reach to the voice, you'll find a worthy companion. Everyone who believes in him and follows in his footsteps is given the chance to become someone greater and more worthy. The Camobot actually is taking away, but it's multiplying elsewhere. As usual. It sows chaos. Xavier Kakazar's waiting for you down there. Should I give him regards? I'd rather talk to him myself. My green vengeful heart tells me that he only knows how and why the baleful pack died. It also tells me I'll not forgive myself that this puffed up asshole Kalkazar somehow dies before Rip answers. Alright, so we'll definitely bring him. You find your pack on a campaign nearing its end. What are you gonna do next? Return to my brothers and sisters and sing the saga of the Baleful Hall pack. Carry it all the way to Fenris and pour its ringing verses in the ears of the Jarl and Great Wolf himself. Spreading words will warm up during the fierce hell winter. And the brothers at the table will nudge each other and point their fingers at me, say, Usi crafted such a beautiful saga. How generous the Allfather has been. Fenris Sildavlak. Fenris Sildavlak. Ulfar bows his head solemnly and respectfully. Alright, Abelard, you are our first little buddy. Abelard looks at you with a tired smile. Cannot resist giving you a characteristic appraising glance. Well, Lord Captain, my service to you began in the most remarkable circumstances. I should hardly be surprised that you have delivered unto us circumstances more unexpected and surprising than ever before. Of one thing I'm certain, the Von Valencia's dynasty will cover itself in glory today. Abelard, no matter what happened, you were always at my side. Seneschal's place is at the Rogue Trader's side. As you have learned, others can betray and abandon you in the darkest hour. But if the Lord Captain cannot count on her Seneschal, there is no one she can count on. That is a fate I do not wish for you. You have a highly organized mind, so you must have already considered what you're going to do once the campaign comes to an end. Abelard tucks his thumbs into his belt. Now that I have your blessing, it's about time I took care of my family. The Versarian clan has gone without its patriarch for too long. Should make up for time for my descendants before some noble upstart tries to chew them up again. Oh. Alright, he's gonna go be grandpa. The bout truly taketh, and big chunketh. Ready to follow me all the way? As always, Lord Captain, I'd follow you into the fire and back. Alright, we'll get ready. Alright, mission takeoff. Or hold on. Let me save first. Now let's go. There has to be a reason we got Incendio with us, right? I think this is how we want to handle it. I like having Jay along, but also this seems like the best way of dealing. All right, Epitaph. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. That's a whole lot of dudes. Why aren't they attacking us? Hello? They're just not showing any signs of aggression, simply staring ahead. There's an odd, disoriented quality. An odd haze obscures your vision. You see metallic corpses at your feet, turn into bodies of soldiers clad in the colors of your dynasty. Is Kalkazar trying to mind control these dudes? Is that the plan? A second banana has hit the pyramid? I'm really confused. Yeah, and there's our stuff. What? I mean, we knew that she was here before our predecessor, but even so. Oh, hello.
Excellence matters.
Hutchon Lasgun. Last stitch armor. That actually sounds really nice. Carskin. Yeah, this will work. We're dealing with almost nothing but ranged attacks.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Very cool. 2 months was very cool, and I had to call me back 200K. Yeah. Our local merc here was getting merked, as it were. Why am I the only one who can do skill checks now? Okay, that's weird. Ton of metallic groans form a painful and melancholy song. Armored plates sing in unknown language. Feel as though the meaning is on the verge of reaching your mind. Recognize a leader and true warrior in this one. It still is Zenos unworthy of life. Zenos' entire skeletal body is made out of unknown metal. Bullets waves flares of grav pad are humming and rattling. Its upper limbs fuse in from middle head and heavy cannon. And no harm to erase. Once I find out what we come for, I should trouble you no more. Sound of metal plates is rhythmic march malice of a march. Oh, okay. Well.
Exterminate.
Oh well. We tried. Really should have learned that language, huh?
Let us see what I found.
Sendia, go here. Sully more and go here. You also go over here. Actually, I'll go just over here and help them out. I love that we just do damage by like hanging out nearby.
If I may.
I can almost do it, but doesn't quite reach. Oh well,
Me?
whatever. Let's go ahead and grant and send you some stuff. Let's mark.
I
You-
cannot comply.
No? Okay,
Actions
you.
will speak louder than words.
And back on the ground you go. Okay.
High momentum.
Alright,
I
fire
am but a
mastery.
vessel for the higher purpose. Another step towards
Reeses
our
and Pieces.
ultimate victory. The Emperor commands.
Really? No line of sight, huh?
My enemies shall be crushed like dust beneath my feet. I won't suffer this.
Alright, I believe in her. I'll have her shoot and skirt. Right, we have to hit him from behind.
Great sleep is over.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. If only that were possible.
Okay. Should be good there. Take aim on Salmer? No? Okay. It's Incendia? And then give that to me. Oh, where are you going? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Owie? if I just like get around them or something.
My hand is thunder. My strike is ruin.
That was a terrible shot, buddy. Okay.
See, I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument.
Whatever.
Feel the icy bite of death.
Okay. You can get around him now. What are you guys doing? Hello? Alright. Thankfully they're not super good at shooting, or this would be really bad.
Forge ahead! Not a problem.
Will it be used again this turn? We didn't use it this turn. Whatever.
There's nowhere to hide.
Okay, so we need to go like
Nothing
here.
I can't do.
Your grunts are pretty good. Sleepy boys that wake up and harvest the planet after their for their energies. What? Okay, so what energy are they even like technically harvesting?
Already done. Another
Oh, oops.
clean stroke. There's nowhere to hide.
That's okay.
Watch and learn. Nothing I can't do. Nothing of value has been lost.
I may have screwed that up. That's all right.
I am reincarnate. Ha! Watch and learn. There's nowhere to
All
hide.
right, can I do the thing where I like repeat everything now?
Ah! Another clean strike.
Bonk.
Watch
Oh,
and
he's dead.
learn.
Just redo the thing. Two sci-fi skeleton dressed as farriers and suck up
Another clean
energy.
strike.
Like, okay, but like, don't you want to have a little costume now and then as a funny?
Opposing
Though I will
me.
say, Stargate has taught me that dudes who dress up as pharaohs in space are not here to be your friend.
I don't have time for this.
Here, we'll give this to Heinrichs.
Someone's death wish is mine to grant. Get me a target.
We're a little OP, I think, at this point. Stop running away.
Naturally.
Alright, this guy's gonna like port
Everyone,
away as soon as I
step
go over there,
aside.
right? No,
Let us
actually,
cause,
surprisingly.
Lord Captain.
Okay, Weta.
I'm done with this one.
Ah, I can almost do it. I should have Miracle Pharaoh skeleton wakes up in your background and tells you all the energy. About all the energy from the warmth of your planet core. So they're powered by geothermal. Alright, they're very sustainable. Alright, you know. I can respect that. They're very green energy. I guess literally and figuratively, they are very green energy.
Let's see to it. I won't object to it. Let's see to it.
Insignificant.
But of course, Lord Captain. Holy terror, smite your enemies.
Okay, nothing. Can't reach you either.
I feel
Oh, there
the
we go.
power surging. Nothing stands against me. I won't object to it.
Fear also doesn't care what happened, that he has the energy, your planet dies. Oh, so that's what's eating the suns. Got it. All these dudes are dying.
And
Because
so,
they don't have enough energy or whatever.
all who oppose us.
It's about time.
Oh, someone's still alive, sure. Ow. The main creature, if he is still alive, is evidenced by heavy breathing. It was a woman once, sporting close cropped hair and equipped for battle. When her skin is shredded by a metal sticking out of her body in different places. Seems like she set off like a booby trap. Body does not appear to have any external injuries. It's made from the inside out. Oh god, okay. Can you hear me? You who are... That coat of arms rings a bell. Von Valance, yes. I'm not as surprised to see you as you may think. Tanakia Kalbergaria, Inquisition Alkali, by the grace of Lord Inquisitor Kalkazar, Warden of Epitaph 1, Covert Facility. I'm sorry? This is crazy heretical. What happened to you? I've been having trouble sleeping lately. Oh, you mean the metal things in my body? I have no idea. It's like something's gone terribly wrong in the crypt. Your voice becomes more serious and dry. Aspects has detected some unknown radiation. Then everything went crazy. The Xenos didn't feel like sleeping in their coffins anymore, so they started trashing the place. And the pile I was standing next to suddenly grew a dozen tentacles. One of them grazed me. I blacked out. When I came to, it looked like I tried to give birth to a shuttle. Looking for Kalkazar. At the facility, in the crypt, making preparations for emergency launch. At the operation's final stage, oh, okay, so he's trying to commandeer it. At least I hope so, or else he's already dead. Now think about it, there's enough reasons to assume the latter. What facility? Because you're so young if you don't know that in this world. Whenever the big boys and girls say the word facility, that almost means, always means a colossal secret weapon capable of destroying worlds. And that's all you're gonna get. Very disrespectful of me to spill secrets so many have given their lives to protect. Have I stated your curiosity? Then like the favor returned. It's a pack of oh, in my breast pocket. Give me one, you keep the rest. I'm feeling very generous today. Good. You're old enough to know what these are for, aren't you? Stick one at the end of the tube of my teeth and light up the other. Just make sure you do it the right way around. Let's be straight with each other. You have nothing to hide, then you're dying. Straight, huh? Let's give it a try. I've taken a shine to you for some reason. One day Xavier decided to immortalize himself in history in a rather extravagant way. All for the Imperium's sake, of course. But then things didn't go as expected, even though we expected that they wouldn't. And now you'd better get far away from here, because whatever happens next, I doubt you're going to like it. Or you can go down there if you have the guts. Maybe you'll immortalize yourself too. That's what I would do, but I'm insane, so I'm not the best example to follow. It's about that Elo stick. You're saying about an operation? Here, enjoy. People say it's bad for your health. Better be careful. Why does my coat of arms look familiar? Oh, I should know. It was the uniform my agents wore. Oh, it's okay. She was actually... Yeah, that makes sense. She's working directly with him. When Kalkazar took an interest in her ladyship Theodora's retinue, didn't wear them for long, though. When I presented Theodora with Kalkazar's ultimatum, she purged her retinue of our operatives. I'm fairly certain Theodora would prefer to have my head as well, but Lord Inquisitor recalled me here to guard his treasure cave. Just in case Theodora decided to return for what she thought was hers. Or the Drakari started causing trouble. Why did people infiltrate Theodora's retinue? A feint, a deception, a game of double and triple crosses. They told her they intended to take revenge on Kalkazar. She believed them. She was just too eager to get back at the Lord Inquisitor for taking a clever Archmagos advisor, Armanat. Do you know Kunrad Vutvir? Not sure if he's still alive, but back then he was Theodore's master of whispers. In theory, he should have been the one to put out my operatives, but instead he thought there was a chance to pull off a brilliant plot to prove to his mummy how great an heir he would become. It's true what they say about blondes. Every one of them is thick as mince. Jesus, okay. What was the ultimatum he gave to Theodora? Merely message saying her dirty secret was now our dirty secret. She was the first to visit Epitaph, and she found something here. Something too good for someone of her exalted status. Rogue Traders aren't allowed to have such toys. It relates to exact coordinates. Oh, so if you take that along with the theft of the tithe, then that means she was planning to make her own little imperium, which, as the one administrator said, was, you know, the biggest heresy of all, making like your own little imperium. The consuls have different factions. Some leaders and motivations have other motivations, and most of the time they use all the resources and energy of the planet to conquer the next one. That feels very inefficient. They also lost against an ancient god like being recursed to sleep for eons. Maybe that's the thing that keeps eating stars and not just them. But they woke up and now live their lives doing silly things. Well, fair enough, I would do the same. Do you cry I've come to this world? Why? Ah, the Xeno freaks, my favorite partners. They had a crucial role to play in the operation that you mustn't know anything about. Visits to Epitaph left me with so many unforgettable moments. Ordered not to fire on them first, but split them into atoms of their skinny arses. Deviated so much as a single degree from the approved flight plan paths. I swear, it was one of those fools trying to get me a shot at, It was as if those fools were trying to get a shot at their half-witted provocations. You had a nickname for me, the Almost Leech. A compliment, I guess. I am Theodora's heir. You'll have to excuse me for not looking surprised. My facial nerves seem to be partially paralyzed. But I gathered as much. I'd hardly mistake you for a spectacular void she-wolf, after all. If she were alive, she definitely would not have come here in person. So you're the heir. At least it's not Kunrad. So why does no one from Theodora's retinue remember her visiting the system? I can give you two versions of the truth. Sugar-coated and the honest. Sugar-coated version that Theodora realized just what she had in her hands. She deemed it the matter of utmost secrecy and mind-locked the memories. The honest version is she mind-locked people and disposed of the rest. Theodora depressurized compartments by entire blocks, casting anyone who wanted witnesses out into the void. She needed to free up space in her holds for the spoils anyways. I heard of such technology, but it would not be stretched to assume the Inquisition does have something of that sort of their disposal. Ugh. Failured. What do we do with her? I suggest getting the Acolyte, the Emperor's Peace, and on over years working together. Oh, you've always been so sentimental, so touched your colleagues, your hair, your eyes. Oh, I'm sorry, is that still so important? Alright. So it ends for you. What's up? Lips twist into a smile. Is that an act of mercy or revenge? Mercy. She's already dead. What? Super than a few strikes to end the life of already half-dead woman. The middle skull screeches under the pressure, but does not break. It keeps pumping blood through her shredded veins. Finally, her agony comes to an end. Dang. Okay.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
The imposing design. This passage leads to a tomb intended for Xenos of high status. Okay. Dress up as the ancient pharaoh skeleton when she gets bored of the Rimworld colony collapses. Look, I'm just saying you get a little silly with it after sleeping for a long time. Now there's this something the deep reception of the crypts was installed a long time ago. Full auto shotgun. Ooh, sanguine thirst. Blood Fury cloak. That does sound kind of nice. We'll do... The flamer is nice to have. Let's give you the full auto shotgun. Yeah, okay. Right? Right. Cool. And then we'll do Necrotech Hotshot Last Gun. We'll give that to... Maybe to you? Charging Fury is really good though. We'll just hold on to hand if we need it. But that looks like something for me. But on the other hand, we probably want to give it to you. No, okay, we can't. What about you? Yeah, you'll work.
None shall stand in my way.
I see we're fighting something. Oh, barely holding. Prepare to defend. I guess that wasn't very far in before we found the Inquisitor's dudes. Those eyelets at a clinging bowl. Howl, presenting imminent death. Are we gonna have to fight both of them? This feels awkward. Okay. I guess. Is there a way to get down? This looks like a console where I should be able to like turn it down, right? Here, Heinrich's just go bully this guy. Wolfire, you go do this. Solidburn, go do this. Incendia, go do this. This was a very inconvenient start, I will say that much. Actually, hold on. Put me over here. Heinrichs, you stay over here. I can jump down.
Isn't this a job for the Sir?
Oh hey, they talk exactly like the pharaohs in fantasy.
I am a navigator.
Yeah, the more I'm seeing of them, the more these are just the pharaohs from Jeanne d'Arc's 2's little adventure.
Do not dare ask.
Hey Epion, how's it going? The heck was that? I feel like I'm fighting the XCOM plasma weapons whenever I see them shoot. Triarch? What's a Triarch?
Your end is nigh.
We'll just put this assign objective on that guy.
I
Get
can't
rid of
allow
these
myself
guys.
to do this.
Or not.
I will not be denied.
Let me just dash.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Ah, too close. Also very hard to destroy. The body just enters sleep state to regenerate. Gotcha.
And
There,
so
that's
shall it be.
dead. Wonder why they're blighted.
High momentum.
Okay, what's this Zare gun? Immediate single attack against a random enemy who's within the zone. They can target with the weapons. Okay. We don't want to use that right now. And I guess the main conflict is between Adeptus Mechanicus and the Necrons. Yeah, it seems like they make a lot of like mirror factions for each other. Between Chaos and the Imperium and the Imperium and all the Xenos. Hi. Hi. You're my friend. There's a kitty cat here. He wants to know what I'm doing. Okay, okay. You can have friend time. He would like to rub his face all over the mic. Hello. 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 I don't know when my cat became German, but hello.
The Emperor is on our side.
Yes, you're my friend. Are you aware that you're my friend? It's always about an hour into stream. What's going on about an hour into stream? It doesn't matter when I start stream. Stream could start at like 2 p.m. Stream could start at 11 a.m. It could start at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. It's always about an hour in. Are you just checking that I'm okay? Is it because I talk a lot? Okay, buddy. Alright. There we go. We'll go there. Hi. I need your friend. Can you not bite too much from being friend time? He's currently covering me in his fur that's coming off of his back while I pet him. And he sits on my mouse because he knows it gets attention. Are you gonna attack me? What is this? It's a duster. What? Come on, go check it out. I'm trying to check it right now. Into going after a piece of string, but he's very determined to get attention. Even if it means biting my arm. Alright, come on, buddy. You gotta move out of the way so I can press the buttons. Okay, fine. I can pet your booty just a second longer. Mr. Gato, yeah? He's seeing a friend.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
I know. I know. I know. He's just very insistent about an hour into stream every single time. He wants to make himself known. I know, you're my special manager. Arigato. My friend. May I bump you? Thank you. Give me a little head bump. So he's not mad, but he will eventually start biting. For some reason, pets always progress into bites. Even when he's asking for them. Yep, there it is. There's a little thumb bite. Here, let me go Pied Piper him into the next room. He's gotten into a habit lately of also just showing me his little enclosure outside and being like, did you know that outside? And then he'll just stare at me and flop, and then he's fine. I don't know what's up with this guy. Give me a sec. Sorry, they took out our broadcasting tower with a brick. You have to stop this, okay? Anyways, yeah, he did the exact same thing he always does. As soon as I go out there, he goes like, "Did you realize that outside?" And then he'll whip his tail, stare at me, and go, "Okay, I'm done." I don't know what's... I don't know if he's seeing something that he feels like he has to show me, or if it's just like, hey, did you know that outside? Gato is, use all your money to buy tuna. It's a huge scandal. It's an apology video. My cat would never apologize. That's where you're wrong.
Let's see to it. I won't object to it. Your reckoning is due.
Hold on. I have to find a way of moving. How do I do this? Endure. Let's just buff the crap out of ourselves. Cats are people feeling guilt? Yeah, that's kind of what I wondered here.
Let's see to it.
Enfeeble. Use the thingy. Start schmonking.
Nothing stands against me. Holy terror, smite your enemies. Vengeance will be swift.
Cuts and cracks appear in your skin.
I won't object.
Ow.
Scorn the pain.
Okay. Interesting. Murdering that guy though. There's a podcast to blame you. Oh, did they all die? Because of that? No? Okay. Whatever.
Give this task to someone lesser.
Oogie. Mr. Cat is very small. Can I give it to him?
My hand is thunder. My strike is ruin.
How's it going, by the way? I'm going good. I'm just being led around by Mr. Gato in his endless parade of no pay attention to me instead. And that's okay. I love the little creature, so he's allowed his silliness.
By the wolf sign, perish! Insignificant. Wolves red.
Alright, he loves the hot anime Wolf's Rain.
Feel the icy bite of death!
But yeah, otherwise I'm doing okay. I went to the Great Satan Outback Steakhouse today. I'll have to make you a special
So shall it be.
a special something to show you how they represented their culture. Did you know that you're super hospitable and you should be giving me lots of service with a smile, smiley face. All right, look here, you little frick. All right, anyways.
Let's see how they respond to this.
Do this. Do this. Do the thing.
Reassemblement commencing.
Do the thing. So with a smile in the Outback, I feel like you could get self-service, let alone customer service. Man, you should have posted that and then like done like a video about I visit every Outback Steakhouse in the lower 48 or something and get like 5 bazillion views. You know I'm correct. You know deep in your heart that I am correct.
Not a problem for me.
Do that, but it'll be a very short video. I see. Alright, it's all weird. Speaking of short.
One of us would be enough.
Sadly, Aussie Visit Outback Steakhouse would actually do really well, and that hurts me in a way I can't explain. Is see?
Let's test our skills, Galito.
What are you using your soul for? You love chaos, right? Chaos is all about selling out your soul.
Galito, we're undertaking this task.
Alright, that works. Exactly, see? I'm so bonkers. You can't argue with me.
It won't take long. The order is clear.
Step aside. The navigator is
I mean,
coming.
I don't think really needed to be seduced by chaos. It's more like a casual dinner date.
Me.
The triumph.
Yes, Lord Captain.
Like, you know, we just want to see if you're a good fit for this program.
You will not undo I
This is
again.
foolishness.
Reassemblement commencing.
Just give it to Heinrich so he can finish them off. Plus, all warriors from Middle Underframe can order bear its weight, with armor planes clanging his great bulk slumps. A deep sound full of rage and tragic despair is born in. The monster shivers the rage and burning thirst for destruction. Tech use failed. Crap.
Frog
Only I
blast
can-
the vent
Frog
core!
blast the vent core! Hey, Commissar. It's alive, it moves, it thinks, it tries to talk to us, but exudes no colors. The first time I've seen another's pain and fury alone, without the aid of my gift. So that's what it's like. What are you? The nose limbs shiver at the sound of your voice. He emits a dumb hole full of dour pride. Unable to decipher it, but you can sense a disdainful rage and stern resolve. Not the dispassion of a prowling beast nor the brine rage of insanity, but the instinct of a warrior. And the ancient warrior, an honorable death. Your watch is over. Oh, okay. Don't mind me. I just had to run across the map. Those eyes of the piercing hell of wrath. There's no fear, only stubbornness of a true warrior with a touch of regret. Temple rumor comes from deep inside the crypt. As soon as the green fire goes out of the warrior's eyes, the glow of the glyphs becomes chaotic and disarrayed. Something just broke irreparably. Alright, Dorkwads. Look at the shield. Lord Inquisitor expecting the rogue trader blow. He really thinks I'm gonna help him after all this, huh? Why shouldn't I just execute him for heresy? Huh? Her? This feels like it should be the last room or something, right? Yeah, that a little mini period inside the bigger pyramid. This is like when they put like a model train inside of like a train station. It's cute, but it doesn't feel right. It's like right out there, dude.
Victory awaits.
Alright, we're gonna be getting cutscenes like every minute. We're not in combat. Oh, okay. It's making copies of me? That's not good. That can't be good at all. Ready bubbles before you and bursts with an echoing shriek. A few silhouettes stand in your way. Three of them seem to have your face, and yet their differences are striking. Each has been marked by their accomplishments and different experiences, making you feel like the protagonist of a tale about a pair of twins separated at birth. Emperor bestows strength upon me to smite yet another obstacle as I carry out your will. Righteous reflection. Curse reflection. My master, changer of ways. Is this your making? No, I can feel it is not. You're not playing tricks on me. You're setting me prey for a great sacrifice. Double heresy. We're in like triple or quadruple heresy at this point. Glorious reflection. Is there some ironic lesson in what's going on? Should I be looking in the mirror a little less? Or perhaps try to look at myself from the outside. A hint that I am my own worst enemy? I still wanted this in my memoir. Alright. You had me wrong on this one, nerd. Look at where your doppelgangers came from. The blatant abuse of the fabric of existence is causing the motes of reality to flare. So is this saying that this is just like different dimensions, or glorious arrogance and complicated? Who are you? I'm Madame Valencius the Magnificent, and I know myself. But I most certainly do. You are now pondering what that makes you. The answer is simple. Your reflection from a less glorious reality. Product of malign influence. From the treasure I seek. Okay, so this is the one that became just like Theodora. Yeah, Necrons actually can do different dimensions. Oh, okay. So they did, why don't they just go to a dimension where things didn't get fuggy-wuggy? Using Kage Bunsho no Jutsu, believe it. Alright, where's the ramen then? Emblazing paragon of humanity, unbroken by tribulations, the first adventure to darkness without fear. The one who unites and brings back that which is forfeited. I am Rogue Trader of the God Emperor. Last Emperor smells coyly. Speaking of me, the only version of ourselves who shows the path to true power. I serve the Master, changer of ways. I already chanced upon my reflections in his dreams, which is why I'm the only one who is without a dumbstruck expression. So you are me. Truth stems from the Emperor. You were lacking it, which means you're not the true Von Valancius, but a flawed replica. So one of the versions serves to serve the archenemy. I do not serve, I reign. You grovel, but I dominate and rise ever higher. The master requests a sacrifice, a living sacrifice. Toss them into the warp. Their paths will be unraveled and woven into yours. Oh, God, is this like Jet Li the One or something? Highlander, whatever. Snipers step in and out of the pocket dimension to kill targets. Oh, God, that explains that. Why'd you come to Epitaph? A change of ways directed me here and revealed my destiny. So I'll cut short the life of the corpse Emperor's champion and claim the great trophy. So I'm fated to become one with the warp. Yeah, one with the warp. Did you know that that's what happens to everybody? Smiley face. When they die? Smiley face. I wonder what point your soul was tainted by heresy. Up on the day Conrad of Bootfear wouldn't be with the cursed blade. Then I only started hearing voices. Fortunately, my companion Nadira taught me how to avoid going insane. I began to listen, to heed their wisdom. They revealed secrets to me and whispered the dark rituals. I raided the Von Valancius crypt, made a dark offering in Theodora's skull, enslaved her spirit. I learned all of her dirty secrets, all of her lies. I saw the full picture and realized that only the strongest survive in the expanse. Any strength is good enough to survive. This is really the getting your achievements on Xbox now. Or wouldn't happen to me. I see. Built different. Sure, you've gone from Rotator being a piece of crack and shit. Very interesting, but shut up. I've just realized how I've not given your spiritual fortitude the credit it deserves, Ape Father. Have you achieved much on your profane path? Oh, I have. My Emperor is no paltry protectorate. It stretches across the Winterscale domain worlds of Korta. My brother Kunrad is regent. Oh, so that's the alternate ending for that garbage. Together we rule many planets. I deceived Urlan, the fool, and banished him from the expanse after subverting his cult. I taught that brazen Drukari lesson by sending our silo navigators into Komara to cause the most powerful destruction in history. Bang! Because it's a mirror, I struck down the furious Kalikos, our rival for the favor of the Dark Gods, and used his blood to make a pact with the Edge of Daybreak. Emperor, why do you so rarely send me heretics who are this eager to confess? My job would be so much easier. Master Celio would never sway our allegiance. We follow his light, and you are twisted chaos incarnate. There's something hilarious about the way you're role-playing your villainy. I don't believe how little I care about what you think. Your faith seems to be stronger than all of us combined. Your job would be easier if you quit Mr. Fun, please. Alright, but he's a hard worker. He's got to have something to do, okay? It's his hobby. Remember whose name the sacred word was granted. I remember by whose hand I am ordained to exist. I believe, and my faith is a bright light, driving back the darkness. But your faith is cold embers, and when I look upon you, I feel shamed. Did you come here to help Kalkazar? The future is not known to me. Lord Inquisitor did not give me the full details of Operation Precious Sentinel, but he did tell you a bit more. It's important to the entire Imperium. Come to lend them my aid, or to stop them if plans go against the will of the God Emperor. Your doppelganger vigorously chops the air with her hand, and you notice some stiffness, as well as a subtle grimace of pain. You realize that lurking under Lerpico's clothes are chains of penance with jagged hooks, digging into her flesh. Such a defense of humility are worn only by the most fervent believers. What the hell? Okay, so became basically alright. So the corrupt profession became a chaos henchman, yeah, and the other one became some sort of harming penitent. A la, oh god, what's the name of that one thing? The Spanish religious esotericism, like Castlevania game. Yeah, flagellant. That is the correct term. I think that's the name of the protagonist, that one too. He never hears is blinding, Lord Captain. Scarlet and gold shroud your very essence. But deep inside I see a palpitating sponge of stale blue, which you have banished, which you loathe. Of which ruins the perfect image. Are you afraid of a misstep, of loneliness, of the Emperor turning away? Do not dare lay your accursed eye on me. The copy's roar is deafeningly loud. How'd you survive the cleansing of York 5, monster of House Orselio? Philip and I crushed your mad followers and purged the house of corruption. Your heretical powers enthrall my copy's weak spirit? How ignoble, how disgraceful. Where'd such piety come from? Filled me on the day that Sister Argenta and I executed Theodora for heresy. What? That's how it starts? Okay. I saw all her wickedness and depravity. I felt unclean, stained by her blood. Oh, so that's why there's rumors of that you killed her. Because I guess in the other dimension it's true if you take the righteous path. They're the CPT vices, the more you love the Emperor. I see, okay. They crush it into the Mickey Smasher. So sort of redeem the name of the dynasty. Because of immorality must be pleased with you. How many feats of faith have you accomplished? Not enough. I struck down Lord Kalikos Winterscale, champion of Khorne, in the ruins of Dargonis. Ruins of Dargonis? What the heck happened there? I joined forces with the benevolent Incendia Corda to purge the cult of the Final Dawn. The insider rebellion used footfall to summon a greater demon, named the Edge of Daybreak. The unclean spirit is now sealed with the station. I proclaim forsaken forever? That's a horrible ending. Man, you sucked. Elby, she's the 8th water still. Should you decide would be no. Alfar shifts an approving glance from W, then mutters quietly. At the bridging of Janus, the Xenos of Kudarark and the Cabal of Reaving Tempest forged a profane alliance with my protectorate. With the noble space wolves, I defeat their combined forces and banish them. Alfar rumbles heartily. Ha! Must have been a glorious hunt, but maybe it will come to pass on our world too. Looks like this version of me became a mindless zealot. Vice always masks envy's contempt. You seem to think you're better than the rest of us, don't you? And yet, I was the only one clever enough to become the mistress of my own fate, and not be reduced to someone else's plaything or slave to dogma. Why do you seek to enter the crypt? I claim to claim the treasure, whatever it is. Theodora found it, which makes it mine. Save your regret trying to steal from my dynasty. The beginner's slightly accelerated speech, jerky movements, sweet tinkles, hence their blood is steaming with euphoric stimulants. Blech. I've hardly even used one this whole game. I'll become principled and vengeful where my treasure hoard is concerned. So you turn into a dragon. I wonder how you acquired such an ego. The lack of pointless advice, I presume. The night Kunrad killed Theodora, all of her officers died with her, including Mort, Abelard, Izira, Revor, Vigitus. What? Okay. I handled everything myself and found out who Theodora Van Valancius really was. Narcissistic, unscrupulous, self-serving bitch who lied to everyone. I admit, I regretted not getting the chance to know her better. I embraced her principles and realized that everyone in the Caranus expanse was out to take advantage of me. The Drusians, the pirates, the Adeptus Mechanicus, Cosbalica, Kokosar, and Urlan. And so the puppet pulled the strings and made its master's dance. I dare say things turned out well for me. Ah, Tisiphone, my sword friend and most overbearing shrewd in all of the expanse. Of course you're here as well. The copy nods meaningfully at Cassia. Nice to see you in the thick of things as usual. Well, I think you mistake me for someone else. Indeed, in this rancid reality, you're some sort of pathetic parody of yourself. Let me guess. Oh, yeah, that was her grandma's name. Let's run. Good luck. All right, see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Have you achieved much without loyal allies? Indeed, I have. I'm the most influential figure in the entire expanse. Kalikos was explained by the Xenos and his successor, Evane, became my puppet. Incendia chases pirates, not realizing it was me who was raiding her colonies. I was able to make a pact with the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest against Kalkazar, forcing him to flee. I undertook a dozen expeditions in the unknown, moved the capital dynasty to Footfall, named Vladim the governor, and made Hierominus a cardinal. Not bad for a novice, wouldn't you say? Interesting. Parody of what a rogue trader is supposed to be. I kind of feel sorry for you. The burden of power is a friction invented by the powerful to shield themselves against envy. I did find on my own and prove that I need no one else. Did you hear me? No one. Emperor, what is an insufferably smug, arrogant, childly, insolent creature? Not gonna single rogue trader embody everything they're loathed for. The situation just became complicated. How are we gonna resolve it? We shall fight. I sense your soul's greedy interest in what's hidden in this crypt. I'll not allow you to take possession. But I see we're outnumbered compared to your doppelganger. You'd be wise to join forces, topple you first, then resolve the conflict. I concur. We need a chance to settle this affair peacefully and avoid self-destruction every since the word. A great deed is not accomplished by peacemaking, it's accomplished by blood spilling.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
I will deliver furious retribution.
Jesus, okay. Idira the Insidious, I see. Cassia, we're gonna... Is that Argenta? Yeah, it's Argenta. Alright, this is a good spot then. Alright, just don't line up for them. And we should be okay. I'm surprised Incendia doesn't have anything to say, but, you know, whatever. It'd be like that.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
So wait, what happens if I come here alone? Do they fight each other?
If I may.
I've faced worse than this.
Hey, Ginga!
I am a navigator.
I will bathe
not a
this
servitor.
battlefield in righteous fury. Will endure.
We'll give it to Incendia. Ayo, how's it going?
It shields me.
Oh, I thought it would hit. Whatever. Warbear's going good. I think we're probably in the penultimate fight by the look of it. If I had to guess.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Can I fall back now?
No, get back here. You're still squishy, which I like.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Alright, she's mega chaos up.
High momentum.
Got it. I don't care about the glorious reflection, they can eat my jorts.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
We'll just do
Suits my purposes.
the funny business here. And then we'll do the thingy. God, I do so much damage, it's unreal.
A mere pain won't stop me.
There's nowhere to hide.
Need your
Another clean
aegis,
strike.
oh Emperor. I'm still standing,
Debatable.
just barely.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
And I got this one.
I'll brush this off.
Oh god, I'm so good. They're so nothing.
Didn't flinch.
I'm sorry, but you didn't pick the cool class, so
Has been lost.
your reality is now kaput. Hey Gaga, how's it going?
Nothing I can't do.
We are
Suits my purposes.
bonging so hard, it's unreal.
There's nowhere to hide.
The whispers call to me.
Have you considered just like not getting blocked?
Nothing
Thanks.
I can't do.
Yeah, that was kind of insane. We'll just use that to go back and then get closer to our other dude. If anybody can just give me another turn, I'll just end this. Because this is pretty funny. People weren't lying when they told me this was probably going to be a good class. I chose it because I wanted to be a cool literal rogue out of Rogue Trader. Ooh, okay, there you go. Now we have someone who knows what they're doing. You just split later, gamers. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. Alright. I think you are the literal reflection of me, so...
I need a foothold.
This will be interesting.
Let's see to it. But of course, Lord Captain.
Ah,
I
they're
won't
no
object.
10.
Nothing stands against
Watch the Silly
me.
Souls creator build like this for a solo campaign. It really works, that's for sure.
Let's see to it.
You cannot doubt its efficacy. Alright, they suck too much to do anything. Got it.
None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
Is that it? Yeah, that's it.
A temporary setback.
Thunder! My strike is ruin!
Bonk.
Come!
A mere penny won't stop me.
Feel the icy bite of death!
Alright, can I do it from here?
So it shall
I can.
be. I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument! See? Fenris
Not even a full
Shoulder!
turn to destroy this nerd. Bonk. Easy. Anti-vehicle revolver. I think we did have that. Panoply of the Assassin. Oh god, they all just like melted. Life-draining sword.
A new challenge for me?
Shock and awe. Sure. Scary healing off debuff. I'm just soloing every fight. I'll be using every character. As me shields. I do like solo runs of stuff, like a CRPGs.
Useless.
What in the world?
Dang it. Okay, nothing is
It's about
responding.
time.
Like I know I've seen some people who did oh god. Cruciatum Litany sounds insane. Considering the fact that we put a bazillion like debuffs on people. But yeah, like I was watching I think it was a Wrath of the Righteous one where they were just like soloing all these like crazy strong dudes with oh god, I forget what the build was, but I think it was like a ranged I want to say it was a ranger or some kind, and they were just like blasting through them in like a turn with insane crits and damage, and it had some kind of like spell component to it. I just can't remember what it was.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Alright, save again. I was kind of hoping to use one of them, but oh well. Alright, they're getting a little silly with it down there. Oh, what was that? Cruciatum Litany would be kind of nice. But I am using a lot of skill checks right now and stuff. We'll do that. And then I think we'll do Inevitable Demise. I think we'll do that. That'll make him go crazy hard on crits. And hopefully give someone else who's doing just crazy damage like I am.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Oh, what's that?
That didn't go as I'd hoped.
Hello.
Through pain and hardship, we prove our devotion.
Oh, I should probably just shoot that, huh?
Whose innards need take leave of their gut.
Okay. Oh god.
I cannot
stop
be
doing that.
leashed.
That's like making me feel sick when it does
Follow
that.
my lead.
Alright, let's go ahead and there we go.
I needed that.
And you as well.
Stand still.
With you at my side, victory is within our grasp.
Dreadmonger, no, it's not gonna work on these guys, is it? You have a crack grenade. You have some crack grenades. I wish the dog could have some crack grenades, but alas. Is this better for you? 400% more damage. No, I'd rather have the no dodge. Alright, we're just gonna do a lot of saving just so we don't have to go back if something silly happens. The web is a tech blade. It's
Any
spreading along the
challenge
wall
for
so that
me?
crypt. Okay. So basically the temple's sick, I guess, or something? With tech plate? Or is this a Qatari? Oh, what the frick?
Done.
Just in time. Ready to get back to duty.
There we go. There's something to steal. Wait, why are they still giving me materials for, like, the campaign? I can't use those. I also can't get any more XP, so I don't know why I'm doing any of that. Alright, Xavier? Xavier. He gets 2 turns. Understood. I see you don't heed my warnings, Maja. You seem to come here in spite of them have consequences. And yet, you told them to come here. You still have a chance to turn it to everyone's advantage. Your leadership listens to me very carefully. Esteban Calix, I am pleased to see you. How was your journey? Illuminating Lord Inquisitor. Harry's tone would have frozen anyone else solid, but not Kokosar. Sorry, I got something caught in my throat. Give me a sec. Okay. What are you doing here? My duty dictates. Isn't it obvious? Isn't that what you're here for? We call it a shard, and yes, you noted quite aptly. It's the reason I'm here. This contract contains an ancient, rather pre-ancient being of cosmic power. We're called the Satan. Ah! Entity is currently trying to escape, and I'm here to collar it. So maybe that's what they needed to defeat the Suns to. Kokosar notes at the giant a device whose design clearly points to have been brought to the crypt from outside. What is this Catan shard? A specimen of an ancient predator race devours the pulsars who feasted on star systems. Okay, so that makes sense. Reality itself bent to their power. Many millennia ago, an ancient Ranich Xenos race managed to defeat them, shatter them into pieces, and lock them away into prisons like the one you see here. A fine plan apart from being an insanely audacious one that will get almost everyone killed. And you think you stand a chance against such power? Do you mean to say that a human is not capable of such a feat? But I'm not just a human, I'm an instrument of the Emperor as well. One of many. The Imperium is omnipotent. If I were to fail, another would follow in my footsteps. That's how humanity makes the impossible possible. The hands of particular people in particular circumstances. Your skepticism is unwarranted. That's like the opposite this dude would say to literally anyone using the tools of the archenemy otherwise, but okay. How will taming this creature help save the Imperium? From my many years of servants, I've come to realize that the main problem many faces is the wars and balance in power. Our opponents are not races or nations, but incomprehensible monsters. It's high time we acquired one of our own. My yoke will bind this creature and make it a chained guard serving the Emperor. This is not the full extent of my vision. The other shards similar, scattered across the galaxy. I plan on seeking them out and confining them all inside the yoke. So why haven't the skeletons use this more actively to just, like, I don't know, rewrite history or something? If it can, like, literally just summon other timelines and stuff. Each conquered monstrosity will bolt our defenses. Protocols dictate the Inquisition is beyond the authority of the Adeptus Arbites. But only if you put yourself at the Lex Imperialis, an angry growl creeps into Solomon's voice. You're playing God. I sort of gave this order in the Imperium, and now I'm supposed to just stand by and watch you do this? No. I still have many questions. The circumstances do not see why I should hide anything. I seriously doubt you'll share this information for anyone else for one reason or another. How did this thing end up in your possession? Thanks to your predecessors, I arrived in the Expanse at the call of the Explorator fleet to deal with Archimagos Armanaut's heresy. I quickly came to the realization that Corona's Expanse's problems ran much deeper than tech heresy. Skeletons are equally as dumb as they are brilliant, I see. Very limited vision. But I guess they're mostly skull, no eye. Unprecedented piracy, running wild, blatant smuggling, incidental artifacts, willful and impetuous rogue traders, and a growing threat of ruinous powers. All this in a region that Drukhari consider their domain. Frankly, I considered purging the entire Expanse. It would have been much easier to burn down the whole tangle of threats and corruption. The web of spies that I had woven presented me a much more interesting and radical solution. Investigating Armanaut's connections, it turned my eye to Theodora von Valancius. It ultimately gave me the shard. She gave it to you? Theodora's instincts were uncanny. She spent decades hunting for a key that would open the dimensional gate, as if she knew there was something incredible waiting for her. Her leadership was lucky enough to discover the shard during one of our expeditions, a trophy that was too much for her to handle. Archimagos Armanaut studied it on Theodora's behalf, creating weapons in exchange for access. The research was too primitive and unambitious. I had one of my own acolytes, Nakius, sent her spies to Theodora, infiltrated the rogue trader's retinue, earned their trust, and reported to me about this magnificent object. The rest was trivial. Asi's epitaph laid down the conditions of her further coexistence. She was wise enough to concede defeat with dignity. If I remember, too busy in fighting to do anything like that, also too dumb to use it for that stuff. I see. I see. Lack of creative imagination. I commenced Operation Precious Sentinel. I left a garrison epitaph, took a key to the dimensional gate, sealed the gate, and started the creation of the yoke. Ah, that's how we get back. By taking the key off your dead body. I kept Theodora and her heirs in my sight, just in case. Not long before her death, I assigned Heinrich to her. Ordered her to rendezvous with him on Menoris. She let the ship inherited him instead. I admit, I was unaware of you. Theodora managed to keep her secret heir up her sleeve. Heinrich's lip curls. It's unfortunate I was not privy to all the details of this plan. What is the yoke? A containment device similar to this one, except better. The yoke was devised by the brightest minds of two races using ancient wisdom. Wait, two races? President capable not of only of holding Catan, but of controlling it while releasing fractions of its being. Instrument of Obedience and Destruction, a masterpiece whose creation required immense effort. It was made on Euphrates too. Ah, that explains things. I captured Armanat's student, Axiomantha, and she passed all of her mentor's drafts on to me. And the one overseeing the process was another their acquaintance, tech priest Cubus Delphin. His fall was regrettable. It seems the unorthodox daring things he did at my behest drove him to break his vows and sink into heresy. But the human mind could never have comprehended the shard alone, and thus I appealed to the inhuman mind. I struck a deal with the Drakari. Necrons do have a device that quite literally have a that can wipe out your entire solar system with a single touch. I think they actually deleted several and more ones. Oops. Oopsie. I hit the Control-Alt-Delete and ended the wrong process. Oh wait, no, it's this one. No wait, that was the wrong one. Oh wait, this one. Ah, there we go, that was the one. Alas, the operation demanded it. With the agents of one of my acolytes, Emelina, contacted Archon Imeris and made a pact. We gave her access to technologies contained within this relic and showed her rivals in Cabal. She relayed information on the raids to my spies, and I would solve the problem. In exchange, her homunculus, Tervantius, forged the yoke for me. Of course, I did not let him near the shard, but rather set up a laboratory for him on Quetzal Tamer. It was safer that way. All the pieces were contributing, but none had enough information to comprehend. Henry's couldn't just Kakazar's words. It just was Emmeline like unwanted rubbish, like waste material. All of her faithful years of service to the Golden Throne. Unfortunately, I said send Emmeline away and remove her from the board. A shrewd woman of principle. I used to value those qualities of hers, but suddenly they started getting in the way. It would have been safer to eliminate her if she could figure out what's going on. I still grown miserly and was loath to part with a good agent. Perhaps I was merely being sentimental. But to the Drakari I went with the shard. The one most complicated and perfect creations. It's no mere object, but a treasure trove of technology. A wise master could uncover many secrets. That explains why What's-His-Butt was interested. Those dang toads just cured the Necrons' cancer. Was that like their predecessor race or something? Was some toad people? No, sounds artistry. Trust me, ladyship. That of alien pales in comparison to that posed by the ruinous powers. Ameris could plunder 1,000 worlds, but she's no Rallin the Cruel. She was a great danger to her own kin as she was to the Imperium. The disruption she caused among the Drakari was only to our benefit. Intended to trigger a powerful disjunction, thereby destroying her rivals. Knowing full well how precarious her grand plan was, I made no attempt to talk her out of it. With little luck, we wouldn't have to worry about Komara's influence. It was a dark day when you dropped from under the tail of your rotten womb, mother, you loathsome traitor. You're fighting to exterminate the Xenos, you're busy carousing with them. Had I known sooner, I would have ripped your pitch black heart right out of your chest. I already believe that. So being so candid, I must note that you proved to be a much less convenient tool than I anticipated. And then I take it you decided to get rid of your Xenos allies. There's no more need for them, seeing as the yoke was almost complete. Theodora was dead. Man, this is a big old war drop right at the end. Alright, here's your info dump. And Ameris had gotten her place. She's putting forward too many elimination requests. I told her to curb her appetite, she retaliated. The threat of the Ricket Star was timed to occur when Master Von Kalex would be on the planet. Archon wanted to rob me one of my agents to send a message. That's incredibly stupid. That is insanely stupid. Hi, I'm feeling a little petty because you wouldn't kill as many people as I wanted. I'm gonna destroy this planet and all the worlds around it. You should pay attention to me. Old ones are ancient even by ancient standards, predating everyone else. They made the Elder and Orcs and a lot of other races. Oh, okay. It sounds like was it Star Trek thing where it's like there's a predecessor human race or whatever, which is why everyone looks kind of human. And they're like the most generic possible hominid stand on 2 feet thing that you can see, and they made all the other races and planted them everywhere. They make Necrons though. They're also big toads. They sound cute. Are they like the ones from oh god, Songs of Conquest? I need to play that. Old ones are toad gods from before the war in heaven. Necrons found them and begged them to save. Old ones went Lamau. Oh, okay. So before the Necrons became robot Egyptians. War of Heaven as in like the Stellaris kind, right? I think someone may have mentioned a war in heaven having occurred. So that wouldn't imply that there's another power in heaven other than the toads, I guess. And I'm assuming that's the Catan. What happened to the toads then? Did they just, like, ribbit their way out? Did they get yoinked by the Yoink Man on, like, a cosmic scale? Hydrating. Wicked Sun vanished because of me? And then the Cronus is... Oh god, that finally finished. And the Cronus expanse was engulfed in flame. I had to rush the operation to declare the sector-wide martial law. The Woodbine Gate of Eumeris' warriors had been using was destroyed, and the facility on Ketsa Tamara was razed. I evacuated half of the yoke that Tyrantius had completed, but it was too late to retrieve the second half. Gibbous Delphin revealed to Ral the Cruel where he should strike. That almost spelled the end of Operation Precious Sentinel. Man, I wish I should have let him finish and then killed him. Sheer efforts in resolving this problem. In fact, it turned out to be much more useful than Theodora ever was. What'd you call it the Astartes? I need a remarkably strong force to keep my Xenos allies in check. The Emperor's Angels were just the weapon I was looking for, except considering the sainthood of nature, I couldn't very well risk requesting aid from the Death Watch, could I? Never had an old debt owed to me by Space Wolves' great company, so I decided to call in a favor. They were an asset at first. Wolves helped me close the dimensional gate by roaming its security systems. I tested them with hunting Xenos condemned by Emiris, but eventually they started prying, and that was unacceptable. I controlled Thorwell by giving him more tempting targets, but the Baleful helped Pack. They raided an outpost where my agents had been meeting with the Drakari. The Pack took prisoners, but the esteemed brother Ulfar. I hoped they'd give their all in their search, but instead the wolves forced their system's coordinates out of captives and came crashing down on my head. Ah, okay. They had no gate to transport them. They used nothing but their warp engines. Thankfully, they realized their situation too late, so Topkey managed to neutralize them. Okay, okay. Poor internet. No re like the toads. You'll pay for this, Savior Kalkathar. Know that I'll have my blood vengeance. It's come so far in pursuit of answers, but too cold to leave your curiosity unsated. Because I happened to place almost killed you, I gather something went wrong. Not at all. First Impressive Thunder is in its final stages. Linkers and Xenos activity is vexing and trivial. You're supposed to guard the device, but they slept through the intrusions. And the only Satan's emanations can make them star. Well, it looks like they're crazy sick from tech blight or something. Hey, by the way, Armanat, Pascal, could you like use that thing where you can kill anything electronic right now? That'd be very useful. Fedora's research destabilized the Shard's prison, and Project only made it worse. Whatever particles of Titan's Shard energy seep out reality. When I tame the monster, I'll order it to stop disrupting the laws of the universe. Sure. Okay. I'm gonna tell it against the law, and it's gotta stop then, right? I think this is the most interesting part of our conversation. You know my plan, so I want to know yours. Think that I'm in the right and join me in this undeniably ambitious act. You're trying to stop me. I'll be upfront with you. If it's the latter, I'll be forced to remove you. But I'm sure you realize that. This is going to go very badly. Incredibly badly. I would like some outside of the box thinking, but maybe not this. This is like waking up Cthulhu or whatever and being like, hey, so I put a little like collar on you. We're gonna have to keep you in the kennel. Make sure you kill everyone we don't like. Okay, thank you. Let's actually bring this insane plan to fruition. Eliminate the work trader. Hendrix. He's gone mad. You don't have to listen to him. I'm going to recognize your authority, Lord Inquisitor. My apologies. In that case, Hendrix von Calyx, I hereby revoke your inquisitorial privileges. Declare your excommunicate Futorius. Punishment for your heresy is death. Farewell then. Glad to meet your acquaintance. Fight me. Hey, he'll actually fight this time.
Take a knee and bow before me.
Purge them!
Wage them. Hey, what if we like murdered this guy in like 2 seconds? Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be really funny? I have a feeling it's gonna come to that. You know what? Actually, we'll have you take care of these guys, and the rest of you can take care of whatever's going on over here. Alright, Star Bottle. Hello. You just spaced out enough where it's inconvenient, but that's okay. Bonk. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect.
Let's get to it.
Let's get all these guys. I had it before where I got all of them in one, but maybe it's a little goofy woofy now. We'll just take these guys, that's fine. Consolation
Another
guys.
sun painted black.
I get bonked. Hello. I'm here to tell you that you're maybe dead. Sir.
All too easy. Already done.
Sure. Sure, you're being very cringe right now. Alright, let me give it to Heinrichs. Tell you they're cringe and also brick.
Someone's death wish is mine to grant.
He's 100% bricked up. With heresy at this point. What is it, Xeno heresy? Tech heresy?
For the throne's
All
glory.
heresies, except like
But of course,
the arch enemy.
Lord Captain. Let's see to it. I won't do that. Naturally. I won't object.
Bonk.
Let's see to it.
Let's go right here. Screw it.
Watch and learn.
I don't want him to do like literally anything. I don't care about learning his moveset. This ain't a fighting game.
Ah, another clean strike.
God, it's just such an insane.
Watch and
Look at it go. Look at him go.
Not a problem for me.
Alright, one more. Oh, he's dead. Okay, cool.
Suits my purposes.
Yeah, I think we're fine now.
All too easy. Ha! Another clean strike.
Alright, well that was a fun turn. Let's do it again.
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
Because I don't want to deal with whatever you're doing over here.
Watch and learn. You didn't stand a chance.
Alright, there's a phase 2 of this guy if he's not like dead already.
Another clean strike.
I'm starting to think this is a little unfair to this guy. Phew. Big hypobendum. Not really much else I can do though. God, we're still in the first turn. Okay. Sure. It's not even, we're not even past Cassia's turn.
Let's get to it.
That's how early on that is.
Let's make it quick.
I wonder what Kalkazar did. These guys seem annoying, I can tell you that much. Look like they're mostly here to flush you out. Then, like, actually do damage.
Rejoice in service. Step towards our ultimate victory.
Nice.
I cannot comply.
Dash. So close and yet so far.
And so shall it be done.
Bong.
May my wrath be thy undoing!
Oh, you're like an actual dude. Okay. Whatever.
The Emperor commands.
Hold on.
Alright. I know what you're here for.
Is that all you've got?
Silly business. Yeah, I could see how this would be a hard fight if we'd let anyone live past Cassia. Man, Cassia, just for like being able to go first and then give people free turns is like the Ambion Zebra of like insanely good. That saves us so much like headaches. We never even have to figure out what anyone does.
Already done. Absolutely not. Watch and learn. There's nowhere nothing of value has been lost.
Is anyone over here? No one. Okay. There's no way this is the final fight, right? He's still hanging around, so there's like no way.
Out of my way.
La why? Why do they still talk like Cockney dudes when they're like tech priests? That's my question. It's probably a bit out of range. No? Okay. Just in range. Where are you? You know where I can get to? Alright, let me go murder the sauce guy,
Our
please.
foes reek of cowardice. None can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
Dang it. Alright, run and gun.
The fame-hungry come.
Oh, there's more of them? Okay. What? Why are there so many more of you back here?
High momentum.
You know, I didn't think too much about it. Man, Wolfhard can just move when he wants to. Alright, what do you got for me, Kalkazar?
No, it is too early. The yoke must be activated, or all is lost.
Nah, cut his feet off. What? Why'd you just watch? Hey, it's Nomos. You're the Catan? Wait, really? This is it, the place of her origin. was your strike. You wish to escape your prison that begot us. It? Oh, no. He's just helping the Catan. Is you Madra, who truly ushered us into this world? Let us meet this abominable precursor together. But is ready to break free. Greetings, almost. Now. It escapes now. Oh, okay. What? Are we setting it free like a space whale? What? Okay. Oh, it's the flying guys from friggin' XCOM 2. Something about entropy? I don't think he's supposed to be out here. Nomos? Nomos? Okay. I had a feeling that wasn't the final battle. Oh god, what's this music? Plato, you might want to get behind cover also. I thought we'd have special stuff for Incendia being along, but alas, I think we should have just like brought one of our normals like Jay.
Me? If you insist,
My,
Lord
how scary.
Captain.
You shaking sound like it's the stabbing of Julius Caesar. I'm just thinking about that one episode of Rome where it's his assassination and like all the one guy is like, come on, just do it. Like all the senators just rush to stab him, and like everyone's like, Brutus, you gotta do it too. It's not hard. Look, stab, stab, stab. Rome was such a good show. I enjoyed it. It was like a messy drama show mixed with like really good history overall, and some really fun character stuff. Unsurprisingly, some of the best character stuff was from the characters that they had like obviously no reason to believe actually existed per se, or had very scant evidence for. Like Polo being like a huge dumb dorkwad was one of the best and worst points of the show, and I shouldn't say worst. Hardest to bear through in some scenes, not because it was badly done, but because it was really well done, and it was like it almost hurt a little bit.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
To like watch some of the scenarios unfold. That's how like good of a job they did. I was so mad. I think, oh god, what did Varenus's actor go on to do? It was like Life on Mars and some random movies. And I was so mad because like he was trying to get the show to come back, which, you know, of course it's a paycheck. You can be cynical if you want, but it was such a good show. And I'm so mad like HBO like a third of the way through the season was like, hey, by the way, did you know that we're canceling you even though you've gotten all these insane awards and like decent viewership, but you're not like hyper profitable, so perish.
A fleeting moment of integrity. Gone.
If I may.
Radius was the Dog Soldiers. So how do I know that one? Do I need to be behind you? I might need to be behind you.
I hunger for battle. My hand
Not really.
is thunder. My strike is ruin.
Am I even supposed to like hurt this guy? Or am I supposed to wait till some story thing happens? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see.
Centuries is faster than light. The Providence cannot damage a star.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Providence cannot damage a star. That's a line.
If
Yes.
only that were possible.
Sure.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Oh, he's healing himself too. What? Huh? What? Okay. I'm assuming I need to kill these things instead of him. Because they don't try and hide it like it's like a thing. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. What is even... Okay. I see this will be a very silly fight.
I will not be deterred. And so,
A fleeting moment of integrity. Gone.
But soldiers fighting werewolves. That does sound kind of fun. Oh, that reminds me of
actions.
there was some movie I saw that like I can't remember the name of, and it was about like
Rejoice in service.
D-Day, where they show up and find some kind of basically supernatural serum manufacturer facility.
The Emperor commands.
And have to fight a bunch of, you know, zombie Nazi dudes. I can't remember the name of it.
High momentum.
My tactics
Perhaps that-
are flawless.
I don't know. It was someone other, but I feel like it was like a B movie, so I'm not sure how many people might know it.
Suits my purposes. Nothing I can't do. Watch and learn.
I have suffered
There's nowhere to hide.
the of annihilation.
Singularity of annihilation. Okay. Overlord. Yes, that sounds correct. I think that is in fact what it was.
Another clean strike.
I think that is in fact correct.
Understood.
It was there was a few World War II zombie movies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They were all very like what do you call it?
One of us would be enough.
They all kind of remind me of why can't I remember the name of that game? Like Wolfenstein. Very like Wolfenstein. Alright, everyone's just in the slightly wrong position right now. Dispatch.
I'll pass.
No, can't do it. Do acrobatic.
All too easy. Watch and learn.
Fleeting moment of integrity. Gone.
Okay, I don't want to waste my ability. We'll kill this guy first. But yeah, that was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I would recommend it if you get the chance. Zero AP. Yeah, 0 AP. That's great. Alright, Saltburn. Just like show them shotguns are really good at getting ancient horrors for some reason. That seems to be a constant in a lot of games and movies, is that shotguns are insanely good against ancient horrors.
Accepted.
The threats of purpose are unraveling.
Alright, bites.
A fleeting moment of integrity. Gone.
It won't take long.
The threats of purpose are unraveling.
Alright, that'll work. Full fire. Get on the other side. We can't really trap this guy, clearly. But we can still be a huge dork to him.
Wolves reign.
Just as intended. By the 50th Amendment or whatever.
So it shall be. See how.
We do want some bleeding, but I don't... Oh no, he does take bleeding. Interesting.
Father's worthy instrument.
Alright, do that. We'll rush back in. Path is blocked.
The wolf is on the hunt.
So untrue.
I don't like that. My instincts tell me to refuse.
We'll throw this.
So it shall be. The threads of purpose are unraveling.
Make one additional attack per turn. We'll do this guy again. Do that one again.
Wolves
Alright. I think he's about to have a bad time.
with such tasks.
Do we need to shoot this thing? It's not a new target. Oh, that's the yoke? Oh, okay. Sure. I can't target it, so I have no idea.
Get me a target.
Yeah, there's no other targets in the zone. There's just that guy, so we can't do it.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Alright, sworn enemy. Let's blast on this guy. Jesus, $1,000. Is he gonna heal if we like don't destroy them? Yeah, because like I can't select them, so I'm not sure. Target is too far. Maybe we can destroy them. Let's find out. That didn't do anything. I don't think we're supposed to be able to do that, in fact, like at all.
Lord Captain!
Yeah, okay. Whatever. Whatever. That was a bit of a waste of a turn.
I am a navigator. Arbiter.
Oh, I think it just stops it from attacking for one turn.
High momentum.
Okay. I have a feeling that we'll hit like a damage amount and it'll split apart again.
And so shall it be.
A fleeting moment of integrity. Gone.
Actions will speak. My fury rain down upon thee!
Finish the job. No? Okay.
Rejoice in service.
Concentrated fire. Fervor.
I will not be deterred.
Inspire on me? No.
I won't suffer this. This is beyond me. And so,
I think he's taking reduced damage now. Which could be a minor problem. Howie? Alright, let's do the thing here. Let the momentum go away here. Rude.
Not a problem for me.
Alright, I don't think this will work on him, but we'll see.
There's
No, it does
to
work.
hide.
Interesting. Why 0 now? Oh, he must be splitting apart again. Yeah.
Traitor judges.
Okay. Well, that sucks. So it was right at about 7,600 or so. Alright, that's fine. We'll deal with that.
Of centuries is faster than light.
Disintegrating shard copy.
Its purpose unraveling.
Energy, orbers. Alright, can I have you apprehend this guy? Bug. Itaka.
Cannot damage a star.
I love how useful the doggy is.
Understood. Let's test our skills, Glato.
Continue every pistol. Yours without that toddy. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to need them to finish this last fight. Girl. Run. No, Ricochet. Alright, this guy's gonna run away. Also, hey, Fizzy Cow. Yeah, almost missed the ending game. It's, what do you call it? Oh god, there's more of them.
Flame-hungry come.
Alright, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to suffer for this one, buddy. Rapid fire. Hold on, controlled shot. Now rapid fire. Nice. I think we just need them to, like, not spawn more of these. Is probably what we're doing, I think.
Give this task to someone lesser.
Alright, wildfire. Move a little farther forward. Ripple and Slaughter.
None can do. My strike is ruin.
Bonk. Alright, we can probably finish them before they keep spawning stuff. Or not. I was hoping it would be. I wish I could go like right through them. Alright, fine. Heinrichs, I know. They never hit. That's the good news.
I won't object to it.
These guys suck at hitting.
Let's see to it.
Is that really all I could do? I could have sworn. Okay, whatever. We'll go back around. Alright, perfect. Now that I know that the yoke doesn't mean anything, we can go back to doing what we were doing.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Can I give it to
I'm
Solomon?
afraid not.
Dang it. Okay. I wish I could run more with her. It'll probably do it like one more time, right? So we'll do as much as we can before they
If only that were possible.
do the thing again. Oh no, we're Ducky. What happened? Reactivate. Oh no, he's over there. He's literally right there. Okay. I'm just stupid.
Glato, we're undertaking this task.
A fleeting moment of integrity. Gone.
No heretic escapes punishment.
Alright, this guy's beefy, but that's most of what he has going for him. This feels like a DPS check as much as anything else for the ad phases.
I'll take it as the Lex is inescapable.
A fleeting moment of integrity. Gone.
Alright, loads of running shots.
Accepted.
Whatever. Do it again.
The order is
Keep
clear.
murdering.
No heretic escapes punishment.
Threats of
Not what's more. No, your trap will be unmade. Take the victim's place. What? Huh? Glider will be fine. I'm confused.
Waste of time.
Prudence cannot damage a star.
Enough action points, okay.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. Do not dare ask.
Oh crap, more of them. Incendia, how about you take the victim's face? Victim mechanic. Did I kill the boss too fast? Yeah. Must have.
Already done.
A prominence cannot damage.
There's nowhere to hide.
Alright, nice work.
Suits my purpose.
The singularity of annihilation.
Make sure they can't spawn in any more of these.
I don't have time for this.
I really can't do that much more.
A fleeting moment of integrity. Gone.
Huh? Okay, whatever. Nice.
Damage a star.
Understood. Moving into position.
Alright, I don't think we can hurt her while she's... No, we can. Okay.
I'll take it as a...
Heights of purpose are unraveling.
I just want one more attack here. Finish this energy orb off. Do you have enough for a bite? We do. I get bonked on. Alright, growl on that nerd. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is definitely a DPS race. We have to kill them before too many people get imprisoned, I guess.
So shall it be. Problems cannot damage a star. Echoes of time. See how the wolf succeeds.
Alright, reload. We'll do the funny business thing and bolt. And then we will rapid fire, controlled fire, wildfire. No, controlled shot, then wildfire. Nice. Alright, this is just like my bolter. Or bolt gun or whatever. So we kind of enacted his plan anyways, except we're just not using it for like goober power, I guess. Ancient monster struggles against the energy manacles of the yoke. Its impossible powers, being gravity itself, burst at the seams, are now being forced into a compact dungeon. Quirk by quirk, returning into a cruel, painful non-existence in the moment. It could struggle harder, but something is hindering it. You're the cause of this hindrance. Only now is the Catan turn its focus on you. But the battle was nothing but a reflexive resistance of an alien mind, absorbed in a completely different range of thoughts and responses. But now it is thinking about you, and its thoughts are so corporeal that you can sense them and know them. it seeks an end to the confrontation. It's capable of resolving it in a way that would benefit all. More and more tears, or tears appear all over the shard's form. As the yoke absorbs its power, it becomes increasingly harder for the shard to maintain its physical structure. Each imperfection you inflict brings the star predator close to its imprisonment. Do not bow your head before its abominable precursor. It was begotten by the dark abysses of the past. It's a fragment of that which devoured stars and erased civilizations. It knows no benefit other than its own. Allow us to stand against it. This is our time, our impossible chance. Oh, Lady Tardora. Another Lady of Reality cracks. A figure appears before you. After giving your probing and appraising look, Theodora permits herself a slight smile. Try to touch Theodora. Particles of reality around you begin to boil, trying to heal the wound upon existence. You and she can exchange words, thoughts, glances, but physical connection is an impossibility, merely fleeting phantoms that could scatter at any moment. She is silent, her gaze still trained on you. She's trying to commit your every feature to memory. Oh, wait. 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 What if this is also a tear in time where she sees you way back when she found this place in the first time, and she's like, okay, I need to find this person to be here. This is who I need to finish the job. Was it worth it? It was always worth it. You'll understand yourself. If I had to choose, one can only hope it would be better than mine. Think about the Catan. Mental contact is effortless. Some communication, such as a powerful being, cannot comprehend communicating with anyone but its equals. It simply bears the gift of making the other hear and understand it. So grand is the potential of its thoughts. Try to comprehend what the Catan is. It's a pinnacle of reality. It's eternity, dominance, omnipotence, individuality. So essentially they're Elder God Star Eaters. Got it. Catan is the original purpose behind all existence. The rest was born in order to contain, nourish, and be appropriated by the Catan. So they're like the cause of the Big Bang? And I'm assuming they fought with the Toads? Or the Toads didn't care, I don't know. The Catan space is an illusory variable. To Catan, time is a young and trivial phenomenon, for it existed for an eternity in gaseous energy felt in the universe before time was eventually born. To the Catan, fact and probability are mere extrapolations, between which it can soar on its electromagnetic wings. Currently, the Catan is not whole. It was shattered into lesser pieces, and so were its thoughts and powers. The feeling of epicness is oppressive, and it wishes to become one again. These are the motives behind the Catan's actions. Catan wishes to be. All Catan exists to spread and conquer, not to stay manacled within untime. But it was entombed by contemptible sentient tools, away from all that is. So wait, the robots are like a machine race that revolted, I guess? Try to understand the benefits the Catan promises. Power, eternity, comprehension. Catan once chose to reign over short-lived races, and fortune knew inglorious fate for them. It has learned from its mistakes. Now it will only bestow its gifts upon a chosen few. Can grant. Your thoughts falter. It's difficult in your mind to fathom the full scope of the word. The Catan can grant everything. Nomos, the birth of a purpose that is here and now. What do you call the shard your precursor? Because that is what it is, and what we are. I told you before about Theodora's ambition. Argonaut's mind. The ship's cradle, Epitaph's secret. One sprouted into another and spurred yet another. Thus moments we were born. We were put into an echo of the shard's power, an echo that left its prison, but become something so much more with your help. What do you intend to do? Clash with the precursor, touch it, absorb it. So the reflection becomes the object reflected. The shard becomes Nomos. Then and only then will its threat be eradicated forever. Do you think you can do this, Nomos? What will happen afterwards? Wish just fucked off for the final laugh because Lemon told him he should have was in a line with the alignment I'd had. Ah, okay, there's no arguments, no chance for me to change. I think you have to, like, very early on, like, steer him towards your alignments, is what I guess? After the whole game of build-up, he just approached you and said, "You suck, Dad. Tell me to act this way, but you act another way, I'm running away from you." Yeah, I think you have to be, like, very much exactly firm in those convictions and doing exactly what you say you do. It's beyond impossible to know whether we can or cannot, but we believe that we can, and that's what drives us to try. If we succeed, we'll obtain power beyond compare. We become a shield against any threat, in whatever form it may manifest. Act now, my child. Alright, well, I believe in Nomos. Ready for the most important bout of our life. Wish us luck. Nomos steps toward the shard, and the whole world explodes into a terrifying whirlwind. You hear colors and see the touches. Ice burns in your hand while fire leaves you freezing. In the midst of this madness, you clearly sense a battle raging, a clash of two beings, one endlessly ancient and the other endlessly young. Behold, that gamer is the Axor. I'm like, yo, gamer! Big congratulations on the gamer regatta here. You've gotten nothing, but you are a gamer. You can now claim to everyone you ever meet around here, you are the true gamer. The gamerest of gamers. Thank you for the team. Thanks for hanging out here. It's such a silly redeem. I just put that in because I thought it was funny. And I always tell people up front, it does nothing. And if you want your money back, you can have it. You're a brain surgeon? Cool, but did you know that I'm a gamer? I'm not just a gamer, I am the gamer. You should be bowing before me right now. Speaking of gamers that you should be bowing down before, Nomos, go, Nomos. The power of the Catan shard is such that redefines every notion of power, but it has a weakness, one that you can only see now. The shard and its rival standing face to face. The shard is just that, a shard. It is incomplete. It is not whole, and it cannot be what the Catan was before. What opposes the shard is something entirely different, an undivided sentient being with a clear purpose and mind, akin to a well-aimed arrow. And the one who fletched and loosed this arrow was you. The battle goes on and on and on, outrunning the course of time. But you don't need the gift of clairvoyance to know who will emerge victorious. Hey. We shot down Smog with our cool arrow. Uh-oh. He's turned into a gonk droid. No, Nomos, come back. My child, please. Oh, grand finale. How did it all end? You reached your own ambition? Huh? Okay. Shadows of the future. The Catan shard was transmuted into a new form, and their name is Nomos. Possessing the power of an ancient being and nurtured by the rogue trader, the young star god watched over the Cronus expanse. Their new domain with curiosity. Oh god, we need a new Imperium. Oopsie. Gathering its spinning worlds together again, the rogue trader dared build something more noble and civilized than the expanse. A haven for those drifting and unprotected in the strict hierarchy of the Imperium. It would be an unbound frontier where freedom and compassion were not wholly extinct. A shackled monster under Van Valencia's control ensured the survival of the fledgling Utopia. He's not a monster, he's nice. GG, thank you. The Star God destroyed all who threatened its peaceful civilizations and still favored those of little faith. Fans tasted the sweet true to freedom and tolerance with reverent fear. Imperium cannot forgive such insolent deviation, and the order prescribed by Order Terra. Van Valencia's dynasty was accused of seditious formation of their own empire. Invasion and greed gathered in a quick successor, and the lifespan of the young Utopia was short its creators. Protecting the young kingdom of freedom, Nomos created the dimensional barriers that cut the Cronus expanse off from the Imperium more soundly than the Great Rift. The humanity in the expanse was left in isolation, lying only in themselves. They had to build something new and different from the Imperium or fall to the horrors lurking in the darkness. That's interesting. The deals that Van Valencia committed to were alien to the Imperium, but close to the hearts of many in the expanse. Anyone who could not resolve a dispute or deny justice rushed to the palace of the rogue trader in search of mercy. Rumors and stories of humanitarian rule formed the foundation of the Atlantean school of philosophy. The sect united commoners and aristocrats in the belief that for the Imperium to flourish, to stop seeing its subjects as mere tools. This dangerous heresy was denounced by many systems, but persecutions only hardened and multiplied its followers. Alright, we're mega heretical. Oopsie. Hey, Emily got her wish. Having learned a better lesson on footfall, Incendia Corda let go of her fanatical zeal, relinquishing the lanes of power. She secluded herself on a cloister world. The time of purge is past, and with it, the time of law and order. In the power vacuum, the dark legacy of abominable auspice reared its ugly head. Incendia's dominion gradually evolved into a nest of criminals and pirates. Oops. Resisting temptations that besieged him, Kaligos Winterscale returned to his domain, began to piece together the shattered remains of his protectorate. Until his dying day, his actions and thoughts were dedicated to saving abandoned worlds and protecting survivors. They fixed him! It kind of just made Incendia depressed and sad. And guilty. Oh well. Maybe next time. He breathed his last at the same throne that he refused to leave for decades, adamantly refusing all medics that would restore his mobility. Thanks to the patronage of Von Valancius, the cult of St. Drusus was successful in spreading his influence. Overshadowed, the cults of other saints lost their followers and faced a harsh choice: slip into obscurity or swear allegiance to the ideals of Drusus the warrior. After the death of Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, many in the chaplain took over the leadership. He hid his name, but not his crimes or his radical past. Yeah, that was the guy who attended the funeral, I think, way at the beginning of the game. Resolved on experienced warfare, he steered the cult and led his followers, believers, on military expeditions against brigands, enforcing order and converting depraved captives. The deal struck by the cognizant fleet of Von Valancius replenished the explorers' dwindling supplies and allowed them to re-embark on a rapid, unrelenting expansion campaign. So basically, we have our own little Imperium forming and our own branch of the Omnissiah, or the Eptitus Mechanicus, who basically want new progress. Kind of looks like Gartash from BG3 a little bit. I've only seen like pictures of him though. Heretic, no, like it's not really heretical. It's just nobody knows the Emperor's will except for me, The powerful bases established in the Expanse, Omnissiah scouts bravely ventured forth toward unnamed stars with the same drive that propelled their ancestors. The schism of discontinuing the cycle engulfed the entire cognizant fleet, and soon civil war was over. Disregarding the commandments of their forefathers, explorers started down a dangerous path of new comprehension, creation, and revision of procedures and algorithms. The fleet was united once more, and its unity was ready to stare down any horrors, standing in the way in the catechism of maintenance and operation. Magus Dominus Opticon, one of the first to hail the return of the Messiah, took the helm of the Mother Squadron. Unquestionably embracing the teaching of discontinuing cycle, he personally saw to the crushing of any renegades who did not accept the Messiah's word as truth and earned themselves the identifier Chrome Scourge. Crisis of the Expanse dealt a serious blow to the business interests of the Fellowship of the Void. Having no powerful allies, they retreated into the darkness of the frontier systems. I made friends with them, what the heck? Having no powerful allies, they retreated. The hard life they faced there forged them into a new tribe, fierce, wild, and willing to do anything for survival. So to return and retake what had been theirs. The first command Ryza issued after miraculous rescue and right footfall was complete extermination of all worshippers of dark gods. Oh, okay, cool. Well, at least that worked out. The old pirate wanted to find another way for people to survive. The former renegades hoped to live by lay law, working as mercenaries and traders. But seeing they're firmly on the path to a peaceful life, the Imperial Navy conducted a flash raid and destroyed all their ships. Those who survived the bloodbath were publicly hanged. Oh, okay. Okay. I guess the Imperial fleet joined me, though. Otherwise, Space King talk. Only two, because you are the chosen one. Yes, yes. Founders of the Expanse put many on their guard, and as a result, Cosmoloca's mission's business declined. Soon rumors surfaced among the cult trade about the so-called commission that made it through the Maw and into the Expanse. Its professed purpose was to audit assets and take measures to restructure operations. These words carried with them an ominous threat. Vladimir Takara, as Legion of Footfall, survived 14 assassination attempts and thwarted no less than 2,000 schemers before Shot finally took his life. The esteemed Legion's funeral was held in great secrecy, with his only his closest entourage, responding to peculiar rumors. Multiple agreements bound the Imperial Navy to the Von Valancius dynasty. Captains were eager to patrol the Protectorate, knowing they'd be richly rewarded. Competing ships were lost to pirate attacks and subjected to harsh subjugations. Many officers quietly entered the dynasty's service, receiving salary and title in exchange for their excellent skills. Worthy admirals valued their new friends and enjoyed more gold in their uniforms. Chartered captain Asterius Thorfast founded the Thorfast & Company's merchant company, selling in trade and acquiring a substantial fleet. After 3 decades, he traveled to the Maw to return to the Imperium in hopes of attaining the fabled Warden of Trade. It's not known how the adventure ended. Rogue Traders apostasy became apparent, Imperial Navy fulfilled its duty and fought the Von Valancius. The Battle of Darganis ended in a resounding defeat. Surviving ships fled the distant systems. Disheartened but not broken, the captains vowed to rebuild and plan raids into apostate territory. The crucial reason for the defeat was the extraordinarily high percentage of captains who betrayed their oaths and defected the Rogue Trader's side. Overnight, she acquired a battle-ready fleet of their own. I was kind of wondering about what would happen there. Darganis grew and prospered until the capital of the Darganis Expanse. The planet was like a giant magnet, whose pull held together the worlds of the Expanse, absorbing the treasures and vices of the sector. Darganis became the bastion of order in the Expanse. From here, punitive expeditions were dispatched to tainted worlds, and entire spires were occupied by officials and bureaucrats of the Imperium. They keep saying Imperium like we haven't been expelled. On many planets, the expulsion of men from Darganis soon came to mean some fearsome inspector with the power to impose punishment. Ah, the men in black. Calvagama washed off the stain of its formal defilement, but not the dark memory. Sacred halls were never silent, as production rates became the supreme law. The glory of the Imperium was forged in the blood and sweat of its toilers, and the millstones and manufactoriums ground the workers down by the thousands. Even in death, the souls of its servants dared not step away from their machines. The enthroned Null Caliph drew millions of pilgrims and granted the planet Hal its status. Sacred calculation continued for centuries, and the foremost stages traveled to the world so they could attempt to define its meaning. Genos was conquered, the Xenos spirits were exorcised, and wilderness subdued. The fields grew until they covered the entire planet. Billions of tons of provisions were harvested there. Genos had become the breadbasket of the Expanse, and to threaten it would condemn millions to starvation. Genos became a melting pot of cultures from hundreds of worlds, taking refugees across the entire Expanse in starkest hour. The team is stronghold and a symbol of hope. After the crisis passed, the refugees started to return to their home planets or reclaim lost worlds, thus earning Genos the proud name of Home of the Reconquista. Ah, they're Spaniards. The mines of Eobos 6 grew deeper and deeper, and soon the planet became the darkest, most frightening colony of the Expanse, the final stop for exiled and the damned. The brutal-hearted inhabitants of the Death World feared neither humans nor Xeno-horrors, knew no mercy, and were known to be the most fearsome fighters in the sector. I'm noticing some contradictions in the way certain planets are operated despite my new apparent role. Guarded luxurious palaces were built on the climate domes, shrouded by clouds of poison. It housed so many powerful blackguards, persecuted aristocrats, and wealthy scoundrels that Eobos 6 gained unimaginable political influence. Just grand and sinister deeds were done there that before long, Grim Death World was spoken of as a new political center. Oh god, it became like Camorra for the Expanse, I guess. No longer secluded in Florin, Felstone turned into spiritual center of the Expanse, clad in gold and power. Rulers went there to be anointed for greatness, criminals for penance, and righteous for encouragement. There's no end to them in sight. Treasures and influences quickly corrupted the supreme hierarchs, turning them into coterie of venal egotists. I didn't do any of the, like, make money off of it thing, though. As they did dirty deeds under the cover of holy vestments, their power steadily grew. Hardly surprisingly, a few days later, the hierarchs of Felstone recognized the blood relationship between their patrons of the Von Valancius and St. Cognatius himself. With the fall of the unholy patron, the Edge of Daybreak, the cult of the Final Dawn perished as well. Every cell of the cult was hunted down and eliminated. Rumors that some worshippers of the ruinous powers managed to get away, hiding the writings of their warp-banished lord under the robes, were baseless. Left without a mission or leader, the world bearers retreated to the depths of the Immaterium. Their last act of vengeance was a bloody assault on Footfall. The populace of several asteroids was exterminated or enslaved, and the statue of the God Emperor was badly damaged. After recovering from Carter's regime, Footfall reclaimed its status as a trading hub. Having learned a bitter lesson, Vladimir created the Footfall's partisan militia, a low-cut mercenary army that answered only to him. Modicum returned to the station. Changes the Von Valancius dynasty brought to Footfall endured the station long after. Poorhouses opened by the order of the Rogue Trader saved many hungry and homeless from death. Unfortunately, this disrupted the station's delicate ecosystem. No longer freezing to death in empty compartments or tormented by epidemics, those who lived in poverty and Footfall began to choke the station, leading to a sharp rise in crime, organ traders, illegal augmetic specialists, and savage gangs of Anvers. The wicked system turned into a purulent world of corruption, poisoning the Expanse. The surreal energies of yawning warp legion held its plans together, even in the absence of gravitational pull of the star, defying the very laws of existence. Immense depravity took root on Rick and Minoris, imported to other systems with vile glee. The people of Rick and Minoris, save by the Rogue Trader, eventually found a new home. The colony of Neurkid was found at the edge of the Valancius domain. For a short time, the place was a world of equality. There was no aristocrats. Within a generation, everything returned to its business as usual. Dang it! Ah! This city serves assuming the burdens of authority with pleasure. as well as the right to mistreat those of lower rank. In memory of this world and all who perished or met a fate worse than death, construction began in the orbital slipway as a footfall. We could just, like, you know, bombard that planet into nothing now. Like, we don't need it around now that we've saved all those people. There's nothing stopping us from doing it. Miraculous fusion reactor powered its engines and cannons, feeding them with the fierce power of the motive force. After the Rogue Trader's departure, a fleet arrived on Thessera, equipped with hypogene material extractors, intending to destroy the cursed minerals entirely. With every block of Thessertian the fleet obtained, the planet's denizens wasted away. Oh! Small animals were the first to die, then the world reeled from a series of epidemics. Soon afterwards, people lost the ability to procreate. He made it off the team world, only to wither away under strange stars. Well then, should have left it alone, I guess. Could, but then Alcott would not be able to pull out the Grim Derp. With ending slides, I see. Rumors of the rotting remains of the Eldari craft world spread around the expanse. Explorators, privateers, Cosbala agents, and anyone hungry enough for easy money rushed to the frontier system. Some were swallowed by the warp, while others perished in skirmishes. No skilled and unfortunate returned empty-handed after decades of searching. The colossal ship, as big as an imperial world, simply vanished as if it had never existed. The legend of the forbidden treasure lived on. Eldari from the fallen craft lord Kudarark, who once traveled the expanse in a desperate attempt to gather remains, were becoming a rarer sight. Even the most skillful Cosbalika agents and audacious body hunters could no longer find their trail. Squads of Eldari rangers suddenly appeared on different worlds, disappeared abruptly with shedding a drop of blood. Their purpose remained an enigma. The Spirit Monolith... Okay, so at least they kept to the deal. Spirit Monolith purified the Harlequin troop on Crone World was hidden from the insatiable eyes of Monkey by raging warp storms. Ships started going more frequently missing close to the planet. Even the most courageous captains gave the region a wide berth. It was named the Damned Reefs. Somewhere on the underside of reality lay Kimura, one of the manifold dimensions, illuminated as always by the light of stolen suns. Its strait ever filled by the screams and agony. Any misfortune experienced by the Dark City became another scar on its appalling face. As long as pain pulses and splits expires, the insatiable and unsinkable Kimura continued its flight through the webway. Along its unchanging ruler, the leader of the Cabal, Black. We should have blown that place up. The fall of the Cabal, Reaving Tempest, united Kimura for a brief and bloody moment. The elites of the Dark City set their scalpels aside and found a new game tearing apart the domain of Archon Numerous. The fate of the Reaving Tempest reminded other Cabals. Nothing lasts forever. But well, Mimi, yeah, hey, how's it going? Princess, I want to get to gives me headaches. Yeah, this seems like a good place to start, actually. I knew basically nothing, and now I know a lot of stuff about the setting. And it did not feel like I had to spend a ton of effort figuring it out. So if you're into CRPGs at all, and you don't mind like a 100-hour game, then yeah, this is definitely a good place to start. You don't kind of have to really know much to when you get thrown into it. They kind of all explain it to you as you go. Or you can kind of just sort of pick up context clues. So I definitely recommend it that way. Some of these are really atrocious for introducing people's conversations about it. May from the Solomon quest line, if you talk with her with you, is one of the, probably the most guilty of grim derping. Oh, I'm assuming that she just kind of becomes I don't know, a little too quirky and turns to evil because she's despairing about the stars or something. Stuff wins, everyone keeps dragging sad distance. Yeah, Kimura be like that. Even the Necron systems behind, the Star God eventually obliterated every tomb world of the ancient Xenos race. Hey, we don't have to commit Xenos. Oh, maybe that's the only one. The Elder of Catan, betrayed by the Deathless Serpents, whispered inside of them. Following the destruction of Lethus, Rogue Trader von Valancius directed part of its tide towards restoring Corona's expanse world that suffered from Xenos, heretics, and horrors of the void. Many of them only survived thanks to aid. While the broad gesture was met with scant understanding by Wreckers aristocrats, some years later, the worlds to which the tide had been distributed were struck by a ghastly disease. It came to be known as the Lethus Curse. Man, I'm assuming just some of the worm boys got onto the tithe. Truly related to the tithe, their mere attempt to slander the Expanse's protector remains a mystery. The voice of the boss master, Vicious Suri Otta of the Ptolemon dynasty, song resounded in the Expanse, bringing hope and trumpeting the arrival of the merciful Rogue Trader. Known for her wisdom and acute understanding of ship systems over her long life, she sought many generations of future Vox masters. Her voice was built on the bridge itself, and in times of need, her voice flowed through the Vox, dispelling delusions and despair. After years of dedicated service, Master Helmsman Raver was granted, despite his objections, the privilege of rest. The wise servants of the Omnicide implanted an augment to his brain that restored his ability to sleep. Soon afterwards, something unprecedented happened aboard the ship. Master Hubslin overslept and missed the start of his watch. But Separate did become much more agreeable from then on. I would think so. I'm happy for him. Many years later, High Factotum Generous Sandrock sought permission to retire. He said that age has softened his heart and that a worthy more young, assertive successor should take over. There's no shortage of candidates. Under all that fat, Danrook had a sentimental heart. He spared nothing for the orphans who had died at starting under the Rook Trader. The children were given an excellent education and eager to serve. My arm got bit by a beetle and now it burns. I didn't even know that beetles would bite you. I'm definitely getting bit up by some kind of spider or something every night because I keep finding little like bloody dots or something on my like feet and like every week. I think there's a little guy that's wandering around and then bites me. Jocasta Sourback served his master in arms for a while, but eventually her zeal fade. Appeared having tired of every form of violence in existence, she no longer derived joy from any of them. Jocasta humbly submitted her resignation and went back to her home in the capital world. That's a good thing. She got the position of the warden of one of the capital world's hives, reconciled with her cousin Macarius, albeit only for a little while. Reconciliation was at any rate easy to overlook during the gathering of capital world nobility. After many years, Zachary Weiss mustered the courage to take personal apprentices again. Socks you till you fall asleep. Either fleas or budbugs. Probably fleas then, or something. If it was bed bugs, it would be like all over me and like all over my back. It's usually like on my feet somewhere, so it might be like, it could even just be while I'm sitting here somewhere and I'm just not noticing it. Because usually spider bites and stuff, you don't feel them until like a day or two later when they're like weird anesthetic wears off. Feet, don't you dare. It was only really like 2 or 3 dots. If it was bed bugs, I would be getting bit up way more. Yeah, bed bug, I would have to completely throw away my bed essentially. No way, no thank you. And I don't, if it's like nowhere else, then that also says to me that it's like not there. Gathered a cast of talented men and women by his side, and was their guardian and mentor. Vias died defending his words from accursed words spewed by the Immaterium. Sealing the sound of his words in his mind, he feared a horrible death, the repetition of his shameful past mistakes. High Overseer Gregorius Jocks of Vibos 6 rendered his duties with zeal unfathomable to common mind. Under his leadership, the penal world would become a paragon of order. But you just said Vibos 6 became like this horrendous death world where like everybody was unafraid of anything. And were like super soldiers ready to go kill literally anything that inconvenienced them. You know the bitter stung you was black with red legs. But I think I'm gonna anywhere past that. Alright. Yeah, that kind of sounds like a almost like a red, like a fire ant or something. I remember getting bit all over my legs as a kid when I sat down next to a fire ant nest and did not notice. And then I jumped into a sort of river/canal thing that was behind my grandma's house. And this was down in like Florida, like dead center Florida. And then I realized, oh wait, there's like gators that live down here that could maybe eat me. And then as I was like yelling like ow ow, like I had to run all the way back into the house. And then like into the bath and try and wash them all off. That was a bad day. I'll tell you that much. That or was the time where I woke up yelling and not sure why I hurt so much in my back. And then I found a dead bee in the in my bed that had crawled its way in, stung me squarely in the middle of the back, and then died. You were just like, screw you in particular. He declined every honor and reward for his assiduous service, preferred solitude to any kind of company. The only exception was Solomon Anthar, visited his former superior whenever he had the chance. The contents of their long conversations are unknown. Rathingham was the same every time, a gloomy and unmistakable mark of regret on each of the 2 dour men's faces. Urban Drivestem cared more about preserving the influence of his line than the well-being of the Protectorate. With blind ambition lost him the governance seat in respect of his family. Within a few generations, the largest house of Dragonis turned into an obscure family of petty aristocrats. Yeah, I kind of wondered about that. Because my love and affection, Oshi. Thank you, thank you. And size skaters. I think I'd be confused more than anything. Chad B, alright, buddy. I knew who sent them after me now. It was you. Toriana Caprak missed the moment when her family, which had previously functioned like a well-oiled machine, started to fall apart, racked by infighting. We did win, I guess, though the Imperium accused us of building a new empire, so oopsie. But apparently we're all very nice and cool and good and everybody loves us, so it's fine. And we're like the what if the Imperium wasn't so grimdark and cared about its people? Soon the Grapak family splintered into warring factions and spent centuries locked into a violent struggle, only occasionally punctuated by futile attempts to unite the house. Sarabak was loyal to the Brook Trader to the last, despite all the rumors to the contrary. Finding little affection among his subjects of family, stayed true to himself, remaining forthright, severe, and pious. Macarius strived to ensure every soul in his charge felt justified dread before him and the God Emperor. Members of the House of Trisarian served the dynasty faithfully and loyally, amassing more and more power. A century later, they finally gained the respect they enjoyed by the other noble houses. Yet power and luxury can dull any blade. And now pampered and idle aristocrats are scarcely recognizable as the descendants of Versarian. Clementia Versarian, granddaughter of Abelard, executed her duties irreproachably, even found time to school younger generations of family. She was the equally skilled mentor, chancellor, and political operative. After a century of immaculate service, she surprised everyone by leaving her position, becoming a first mate on a trade ship. She would later admit, like a true Versarian, she always had a passion for ships and voidfaring. A harlequin known as Nocturne of Oblivion, geez, there's so many ending slides. Visit the Expanse once again, sneaking on Dragonis, came to the Rookshaders' palace and left her a special gift. A case of Eldari crafting, unmistakably ancient and precious, adorned with the rune of an eye inside a triangle. Only the Lord Captain knew what it contained. The Harlequin candidly warned her that he was drawing the Von Valensis into a deadly dance of shaking doom, that all will freeze within the threads of terror's loom. Then he promptly departed, not without reason. A few hours later, assassins from the Dark City appeared, following his trail, and were mercilessly killed. Their armor bore the sign of the Cabal, the Black Heart. Months of searching, Dargonis wardens found the remains of Kilias Galander. Drukhari artifacts and records discovered beside him indicated the agent of the Inquisition had been compromised and was working for the Xenos. Oh, it's Maeve. Ruler of the Terra was as short as it was memorable, capable of turning down any common folk suffering. She focused her effort on helping those in need, thus incurring the aristocracy's wrath. Well, oh well. False accusations of sorcery were concocted, and being uninitiated in the art of plotting and scheming, Maeve rocked into the trap. As Morpheus took a young woman in its embrace, all that remained of her memory was a handful of mournful songs. The old Slythet Malice did not risk returning the Komora, where the cult of the Fatal Thirst was exacting vengeance on anyone who helped the Rook Trader. He took to piracy, forming a crew the remnants of the Reaving Tempest, rekindling his old thirst for battle. He seemed to shed a good 100 years off his age like a stink skin. The savage deeds that Gordius Gatov witnessed on footfall traumatized him forever. His architectural genius was shattered. Only rare collections of true connoisseurs held his work, written in shaky hand. Footfall, the ultimate void station mortuary. Expanse is full of strange stories, yet one of the most bizarre tales in the wake of the Rook Trader. According to legend, on every world the Rook Trader visited, people and objects would suddenly vanish without a trace. They found themselves in the same room as a mirror, and even an utterly ordinary one. Woodfarers shared grim tales about the Von Valency's flagship. Monsters dwelt in the bow of the vessel, they whispered. Time to time, the servants of those monsters descended to the world to spread their corruption. These rumors are suppressed as criminal, but made them no less true. Oh god, I didn't get the last gene, nerd. Many generations later, a great rebellion of genetic abominations took the Expanse. Mutants born of the profane Xeno disease revolted at the call of their fearsome four-armed angel. Dargonis, the glorious capital of Von Valancius, was lost. Cleansed of genetic abomination once before, it was tainted again, this time forever. Oh, after becoming a breeding ground for mutants, Dargonis claimed its faith in the many-armed emperor. On high in the throne of Rook Trader's palace, a scaled saint from distant stars slumbered. And his genes, he spoke to his progenitor and sensed he was approaching. That's kind of insane. No, Gator, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for recommending. I help fight their heretics. Let me fight. All right, go on in. Here's a knife. Completed his last journey with the captain, Abelard, with the generous permission, left his post as seneschal. Sister Argenta made no secret of the great respect and gratitude she felt toward Lord Captain, yet duty compelled her to leave Von Valencia's retinue. With the blessing of the Ecclesiarchy, she founded a minor order of the Depta Sorita, Order of the One Star. United around the keeper of the sacred relic, sisters protected the faithful from the dangers still lurking in the expanse. The wider order and its courageous founder very quickly became heroes of legend, instilling hope and inspiration. Yet the conflict between the Imperium and the head of Von Valancius could not but affect the young order. Some sisters demanded Argenta denounce her former commander. Unable to choose between the order she created and the person with whom she could not have completed her journey, she stepped down and went into exile. Despite everything, love for her among the people of the Expanse only grew. Argenta would be the heroine of songs and tales, a radiant angel who would appear in the darkest hour to protect innocence. Jay had already basked the Mercator's light for many years, trying to make the most of such an illustrious patronage. Alas, her appetites were insatiable, and 2 decades later, she brazenly attempted a coup. It was a failure, and she found herself on the executioner's block. Before the end, she bestowed her famous smells on the thronging rabble. You know what? Makes sense that she would try that eventually. Vizier Cabela of the Bloodspun Web guided her cult along the old paths, remained faithful to tradition. As before, Bloodspun cultists lived ascetic lives and brought death. However, nothing was unchanging. A momentary event profoundly impacted the Bloodspun Web. Discovery and miraculous return of a lost relic, a card from the Emperor's Tarot. Vizier performed a reading, and the Emperor showed her a new goal, to put the blessed deck back together. Only its entirely could reveal the great and dark future that awaited the Cronus Expanse. Bloodspun Web read the portents, and the holy search continued. Magnus Erebus was a loyal and faithful servant of the rogue trader. He wanted to become an astounding bridge officer and a true void wolf, but never set foot on his Nefis Darganas or saw his family again. Cultist sent me my Powerball, personal copy of the Lex. No, it's a good cultist. It's a cultist of the Emperor. It's an approved cult. Okay. It's fine. She's got the Emperor's approval. Heinrich von Kalix, sort of. She's got the Inquisitor's approval. How about that? Took the mantle of an Inquisitor after his mentor's death, receiving both the Inquisitor's rosette and the duty of defending humanity in the sector. When Kalix declared relentless war against the enemies of humanity, be they Xenos, servants of chaos, or heretics, Inquisitor fearlessly eliminated numerous acts of corruption in the Expanse. A few decades later, he was assassinated by a criminal cartel, some say the Cosbolica mission. Sick of the unrelenting conservative law was involved with the Inquisitor's killing. I hope I destroyed them forever. It was no secret to those who had power in the Expanse that Inquisitor and Rook Trader had shared a close bond, but very few knew that the nature of the relationship was more complicated and intimate than some simple political alliance. The two lovers, burdened by numerous responsibilities, very rarely had a chance to meet, and they kept up those assignations until the end of their life. In her journeys with the Rook Trader, Cassia Orsello experienced all the hardships and delights of the galaxy. Living can actually steer Cabela into yonder your wife with all the traits like hunting down women she thinks are trying to snatch you. Oh, Jesus. I didn't even know that. Well, you can just keep telling her, like, you have to praise me, you have to help me, I am your duty, you belong to me. That would probably mess with her head a bit. So everything is against the law because someone's made illegal at least once in the 10,000 years. Yeah. They don't exactly have judicial review, do they? There's no pruning. There's no, these are conflicting laws. The valuable experience of her knowledge helped to finally conquer her fears and accept herself and her powers. The Lady Navigator became innovator of her house, tasked with addressing consequences of Tisiphane's rule and the chaos that followed her disappearance. The duration of her reign, she patiently works on uniting the feuding branches, forging alliance and expanding influence. The Starway Atlas, which contained the memories of Tiffany and Stepdala, lost its power. House Cecilia's navigators once again had to rely on skill alone. Many lost their lives, but those who survived became hardened veterans and pillars of the house. Most of those fortunate souls were young and brave. Too few among them were old and wise. Vita Cassia and Vizier Cabela were brought closer together by their burden of assuming a high position at a young age. Friendship was short-lived, so they could not overcome the gravity of their duties and difference to the worlds to which they belonged. Exchange gifts out of respect for each other and to honor the memories of the journeys they shared. Cassia used Cabela's blood to pay an incredible piece which became the relic of Bloodstone Web. Belle in turn assigned one of her best spinners to act as Cassia's bodyguard. Many years later, a spinner was rumored to end Cassia's life, and the Vader's own orders, when her body could no longer resist the strain of mutation. Oh, jeez. Anti-shrimping? Anti-shrimp. Imperial cult is still technically just a cult. This is just like the Romans, for real, as they say. Depends on how deep the RBS is willing to go to Lex to find the law. I assume there's almost no one who knows the whole Lex. Can't read a game while shrimping. True. Due to last of several years, despite a short life, she lived beyond many legends. What happened to your last was protecting a scepter fate. Jeez, it keeps going. Words of Vizier Cabela, who come to know her more than any mortal soul, helped Adira look to her future without regret, but without fear. Many years afterward, there's an empty table at the common area that officer stacked that an intricate labyrinth carved in the tabletop. None of the crew sat at the table out of respect for the quiet, candid conversations, one shared by a psyker and a servant of the Undying Emperor. Shortly before her death, Adira vanished from her post. Jay disappeared with her. When Jay returned many cycles later, she declared that Adira's last day had been full of joy and adventure, and her greatest pleasure had been watching the Void Whales play. Oh, that does sound really good. Who knows if she's telling the truth, but you know. And she did, you know, eventually try and kill us. The whole generation of RPDs working on just one case just to make sure someone broke the law, after which judgment will be passed on their descendants. What happens if no one's left then? They just go, oops, oh well. Game was rigged from the start. Wait, wrong franchise. I like my eyes. Here I am gifting you one, Nomin. Hee hee. Sounds very like something you'd see in like Silent Hill or like a Dungeon Eater thing. Announcing that to continuing the cycle, the Armagnac Collective instilled terror into the hearts of those who revered the theorems of purity, and it gave hope to others. After gathering its disciples, including server soldiers on vassal planets, it ventured the worlds of Screaming Vortex into the internal forges of the Dark Mechanicus. This march of re-indoctrination was meant to see the soul and secrets of Omnissiah from the hands of the heretics, temper the cult into the fire battle, and transferred it into a tool for eradication and comprehension. The fleet disappeared in the darkness, and only rare echoes of its astropathic messages were ever intercepted. The unit Abel Neumann continued to service the Armagnac Collective. In Unity of the Five Companion Minds, he rediscovered the joy of direct cognitive communication, unmoored by inborn otherness. While outwardly silent, he driftily described the images, concepts, and ideas the Omnissiah revealed to him. Fulfilling his function, he overflowed with the exaltation of efficiency. There's always someone related to the perpetrator. Dang. Your 20th cousin 5 times removed or something. I can start opening up and getting her blasted because your great-grandfather once told a heretic in question a ration bar. I see. For many long years, Irlet traveled to the Rogue Trader's side, helping her to decipher the secrets of lost Xenos races and lending her wisdom. Half a century later, she says that it was time to say goodbye. The path of the outcast had come to an end. After bidding farewell to her Ellen talk, Irlet made her way to her surviving kin. She followed a new path, the path of the warrior. She hoped she would never be forced to raise a weapon against mortals and become her true brothers and sisters. Rumor has it that Irlet Pascal met again among alien stars. A band of Eldari warriors were trying to protect an ancient planetary Ephesus of her people from the covetous servants of the Omnissiah. Upon learning Irlet was the name of Xenos, Pascal personally descended and struck down his former comrade at arms. No! Her death did not stir any feelings in his metallic heart. Why? After becoming merciful several years later, Solomon Antler began to reform the laws of the Expanse, seeking to imbue with them a spirit of justice. Oh, new Lex. New Lex just dropped. His approach led to several-fold increase for the workload of the Adeptus Arbites. Solomon's solution was a symbol called Lex Imperialis Militia, which created only the most honorable subjects. So he made cops. This in return resulted in a conflict between the original Arbites and Marshal Anther, escalated into a war that went on for decades. Jesus, every single change is like time for a war for several generations. I've got her Cindery cheeks finally clapped. No, poor girl. She was hella racist, but you know, she got a little better. Abelard, Viserion, Celebrant, and Anther spent most of their infrequent meetings fighting regicide, to which Seneschal introduced the Proctor. Meticulously recorded by Abelard's agenda, the game soon found a way in the collection some of the best ever played in the Expanse, and were later referenced by many noble regicide aficionados. Oh god, they're on chess.com. It's them. When the First Order officer Viserion passed away, we could finish the last match in a long series of draws. Solomon attended his funeral in full dress and regalia, placed a regicide piece in his grave. Oh, that's very sweet. Duty demanded the Magus Neumann and Marshal Anther parts ways. During the last meeting, Pascal made a few final modifications to Glidio's design, increasing the Cybermassive's service life several-fold. Whether the gift had any impact on Solomon is uncertain, but more than one occasion, having his faithful dog at his side would turn out to be his salvation, even in his darkest days. Witnessing the death of Marshal Anther, Vizier Cabela asked the cards about his fate. The very next day, a spinner was assigned, tasked solely with protecting Solomon from any and all assassination attempts. These were not long coming, and the spinner's blades soon tasted the blood of heretics. For his part, the Marshal left accidentally discovering an invisible protector, had the spinner arrested and executed for multiple counts of murder. Fair enough. Look at Lex thinking read down the Dark Tide. It was fun. I enjoyed Dark Tide. I'll play more of it on another night. After joining Stir of Biters, Wolfire Thunderlung soon became the pack leader, taking the place of Thorvald, who met an honorable end. The new leader sent a message to Fenris, stating his intention to remain in the Expanse. There were too many enemies lurking in these hunting grounds. Oh god, how's he gonna take me being not really connected to the Empire anymore? Years later, Ulfar found a battle in which he could meet his honorable death. The warp was suddenly torn asunder, and troops from Fenris bearing the mark of the wolf came to his aid. Saved from the battle field by his loyal companion Halbrand, Ulfar accepted the honors of the Dreadnought and was entombed in his sacred armor. Those are the big fellas that are like big bricks with guns on either side, I think. During the blessed ritual, he cursed the man to be left to his death. His brothers merely answered with mirthful laughter. Covered his senses, Ulfar led his forces to the heathen stars. The Ulfar had given him a new mission in near death vision. No one expanse had heard a word of the Space Wolves in their departure. Many believe they'll one day return victorious. So he's going on a massive crusade all on his own. Got it. You realize they're slept here for 4 months. It means one of two things. Either was gifted a 6 month or someone's concert re-upping. For that I'm grateful. Probably got gifted a 6 monther. I know there's been a few times Anonymous has donated a few things that have been 6 months. I think the longest one I've seen was 9 months or 12 months. I can't remember which. And I am very grateful to them also. Get on an Empire nerd. Man, we need to make our own Adeptus Astartes now. Let's get on that Roid program, please. Can we just make like cool power armor? I appreciate that. I'll take that too. We can have some T-51s for a start. Remember that the true cause of Thorvald's Ironhide's demise is treachery. Faced with a superior enemy, the Space Wolf called in allies for help. Nearby squadron, the Cognizant fleet withdrew. But that Archmagos Armanaut is not forgotten. Such was the echo to the deeds of the Rook Trader, the House of Valancius. These have transformed the Cronus Expanse and prepared for events darker and more violent. Both of these are events of a different story. This one's come to an end. Oh my god, okay. I spent like 45 minutes just reading the ending slides. It's all over! Okay, we finished. The end hath come. Our small boy has become a small god. And we technically committed a heresy of starting our own empire, but we're also still loyal to the God Emperor, so question mark. But also we're really good to people in general, and things generally turn out okay as far as an Imperial sector goes. Little silly. Oh yeah, Dawn of War. I saw they were releasing a new... Was it a remake or a remaster? I think it was a remaster. Recently. But yeah. I definitely enjoyed that, like a lot. Obviously a lot of reading. That comes with the territory of CRPGs. I learned a lot about the setting. Obviously mostly focused on the Imperium and some Eldar and Chukari and just a teeny little slice of skeletons, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And I guess an itty bitty little touch of the Nids. But I'm sure they're usually busy in their knitting circles anyways to bother with showing up at most places. So maybe another game. In any case, if they made a sequel to this, I would definitely play it. Or like if Alcott made another similar thing in this. It feels like every game they play gets better. I don't think they'll make another Pathfinder one for a while, if they do. And they're busy with the Expanse, I guess. I guess they decided they had enough of fantasy and now they want sci-fi. And then they had one other one, I forget what the name was. I think it was not Rogue Trader, but Dark Heresy. So there will be another one. I saw some slight improvements apparently, especially the old pathfinding. Probably get eventually, yeah. That sounds like something I'd try eventually. Just for the fun of it. Honestly, I don't like this game. It's not a good game. I hope Dark Heresy will be better. Brain. I do think I enjoy it overall though. And I do think they are continually getting better as a game studio. If you compare this to Kingmaker, it's not, I won't say night and day, but it's pretty close there. We'll call it Dawn versus Twilight. I think they can continue to improve. Especially on some of their pacing and characterization. They did retread some stuff, but that's okay. Inquisitor Dark Heresy, looking forward to get my Inquisition on. No less than a year ago. For me, it was a much better game to this. For me right now, I feel like, I don't know if I like this one or Wrath of the Righteous better. I want to say I lean towards liking the overall gameplay of this better. And some of the writing. But I also quite like some of the writing in Wrath of the Righteous. But I mean, it's not all theirs really when it comes down to it. A lot of that is Paizo and their writers. I don't know. I'll have to sit on it for a while. But I do say either this one or Wrath of the Righteous is my favorite, and then Kingmaker's probably third. It's not a bad game at all. I still like Kingmaker, but I do think they've improved since then overall. Especially when it comes to making things like combat encounters. God, that last dungeon for Kingmaker. Oh boy, I wanted to quit a couple times. Let's put it that way. But I was also playing on a much harder difficulty than the base on both Wrath and that one, so I guess that one comes with the territory. I just got really sick of seeing like just constant, endless slogging through like swarms, and I was just like, okay, all right, that's fine. Let me just like go spend another few thousand whatever on like another scroll. It feels very purposeful, concise, everything is there for some purpose. Yeah, I would say yes to a degree because it's based on the whatchamacallit, the adventure module. So a lot of that was already sort of pre-built and they could shape it to the game. I will say they had that advantage. Same with parts of Wrath. Kingmaker's super cool, flew the way through own city. Gotta pull the ground, flew in the sky. I'm talking about the mansion that you're fighting in. Before then. Whereas Wrath of the Righteous is... There's things like, yeah, the mansion's a penultimate, but that one I hated. That one I hated so much I just wanted to like stop. So bad. I could have done without that one, or like only half the size of that dungeon. I feel like stuff like that, or stuff like.
We'll do our best, but even Roman soldiers will find it tough to defeat this enemy.
I feel like they might be making Dawn of War 4, which is strange because there's never Dawn of War 3. Odd. Let me get a shout out. We're just letting the credits roll. We just finished Rook Trader for the first time, and it was very enjoyable. I have a time. See you too, Fafar. Welcome, welcome. Brain. Hopefully you had a good stream. We're, like I just said, we're finishing Berkshire. I'll probably switch over to something else. I'll just take a stretch and figure out what that is. If you need to run, of course, go right ahead. Otherwise, make yourself at home. We're glad to have you. And yeah. Hopefully everything was good. I guess you're making I'm not sure what kind of art you were doing over there. Space cat? Oh, no, wait, that's the description. I was gonna say, are you drawing a space cat? Made me think of neon cat going through the sky for a moment. How much time did you put into it? Okay, let's find out. Let's final count. 108.8 hours. And I would say at least an hour of that was just like, what you call it? Just reading end slides. Second RT playthrough, Heretic this time. Heretic would be an interesting second playthrough, because I feel like Dogmatic would be you get less variation from that one, and you just enslave the thing to your will. I imagine the heretical ending, or destroy it to mess with your masters. I'm fixing some model art. Get ready to rig. Oh, nice. I was already done fixing it, but then I found more issues. Oh no. Oh no. I know how that feels when I was making this thing. I completely cobbled this thing together. Do not look at my layers. Do not look at my... Do not look at my work. Do not look at my bones. They are not real. And they cannot hurt you as long as you don't look. How long did you play Kingmaker and Wrath? Kingmaker I played, oh god, 4 years ago? 5 years ago? I want to say like 5 years ago. At least. And then, Wrath was like a couple years ago. Yeah. Well, if you want me to, you'll probably have to, do the whatchamacallit, the redeem. I did stream a bunch of Wrath, and then real life got in the way, and then I didn't get back to it because I was doing a playthrough. Looking. When does this end? When does this end? Alright, understood. I look forward to it. I think, oh god, what setting did I put it on? It was like 1 or 2 above the regular difficulty. I think I considered just turning down the crits on enemies because some of them were insane, but otherwise pretty much just left it at the usual. That is a lot of dudes. They really aren't going to let you go back without reading all of the backer names, huh? Somebody just gnomed you. I see, that's a name. And then all the non-Latin names. Got it. I think it just crashed. Oh, okay. It's Fudley Ogre. Alright. I'm going to say that was good, and I had a fun time, and I'll do it again someday. For now, though, I'm going to take a break and come back, probably, yeah, to either Yakuza or RimWorld. We'll see. Alright, give me just a moment, put on the music, and be right back.